Oh God, McLaren!
He's gone.
He's been in the pit 40 seconds!
Whoa.
Front wing, careful with the front wing! God! Matisse, it's happening, mate. I'm putting on my lucky new Ferrari hat. Oh no!
Oh, science.
Leclerc.
It's Leclerc. Drama.
Take that out.
Good evening and welcome to a night full of Champions League action as we look at Manchester City taking on Abbi Leipzig. What a great panel we've got this evening.
Star-studded.
It's star-studded. It's star-studded tonight. Fuad, back for another day. Busy week.
Hey, we here. We're not involved today, though.
No.
So, I mean, it's just enjoyment today.
I know, nice chilled evening. It's quite nice when that
love
happens. Matisse is in the building, fresh trim.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean,
Look at me. That.
lateness is greatness. Do you know what I mean? That's where it had to be today. We had to get it all lined up, as they say. Do you know what I'm saying?
Lined up as that hairline.
Yeah,
Love it.
ready to go.
Love it.
Love
Michael
it.
Richards, shout out you. You know what I'm saying?
And Kennedy is with us as well. Hello, our resident City fan.
I mean, honestly, every time I'm on a panel, I'm the only one with anything to lose. I'm just here with
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just here with spectators on a regular basis. So you know,
We're here to drink your blood.
yeah.
I'm waiting for you in the last 8. That's where I'm at.
Ooh, that's fighting talk from Matisse.
You don't sound confident. Leipzig, I saw your first leg actually. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I saw the first leg. It was a training session in the first half. Should have probably been more goals up, but you know it didn't materialize. They came back into it, but I think you guys should breeze past them today.
I mean, obviously, I just feel like the last leg we relied on Suarez. He managed to get it in the back of the net. That was fine. I have to take into account all of the recent performances. Should we have only won 1-0 penalty at Crystal Palace? Probably not. Bit of a shambles. And there's just so much on this. This is what really matters to Pep. And I just feel like that added pressure just can make you fumble a little bit more.
Every year it happens, doesn't it, really, to be fair to Man City. Every single year we think they're going to go and win it, and they don't. Something always crashes, but surely not this game.
Why do you think that is, though, Kennedy, that every year in the Champions League, it's so many high expectations, and they can just never get it done?
It's just City, innit? We just have a habit of this. Like, the Prem, fine, but other competitions where it gets down to, like, stages... It's just I wish I had the answer.
Overthinking tactically, maybe. I don't know.
He does like to tinker.
He does, and it's that thing of when things are going wrong, he likes to leave things as they are and not make any subs and whatever else. But he's quite stubborn. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know the answer.
When you're a big club as it is, I think the Champions League is the ultimate trophy where you can't buy it to win it, if you like.
Yeah.
And I think every ownership that's kind of taken over a club, it's almost like the crown jewel of the confirmation of your takeover, if you like, that this has been a success. I think Chelsea, Abramovich finally felt that in 2012 when it happened. PSG board similar pressure, I would say, as City. They're always kind of waiting for that.
Yeah.
We've got the league. Why can't we get the Champions League? But I think it's that mental hurdle for me.
Yeah.
I think that mental hurdle for the players. I think Pep has shown it as well with that, as you say, tactically overthinking it in some situations. The best example I can think of is the Champions League final against you guys, where Sterling, who hadn't started a single knockout game, all of a sudden is playing up front. Gundogan, who'd been your best goal scorer midfielder all season, all of a sudden plays in a lone 6 when you've had Rodri there all season. Yeah. So it was kind of a weird decision there, but Pep has been accused of that, but I do think Pep at the same time has learnt from it, because as he's come into City, I think we've seen him almost gradually progress every step of the Champions League every year. I think this year it's even more so because you've signed Haaland, because the Premier League race is kind of a little bit kind of in the wind as well. This season I feel like the Champions League matters even more, and I'm looking at it. I'm seeing we'll go through the lineups in a little bit, but I don't think KDB's starting today, and it kind of raises questions again of
he's in that graphic.
Okay, cool. Because I've seen a couple of big games
benched
this
a lot.
season where
He
has been benched, and I would have looked at Pep as another, what's going on there type situation, but. With Haaland there, with Grealish in the form that he's in at the moment, I think the system you lot have as well over the past couple of weeks, I would say since the Forest game, which you actually drew, you lot have been playing immense football. And I think it's finally started to click with Haaland in the team, which hasn't been all season. I think people have been saying, oh, when is City going to play their best football? I think you said it as well. First half of this game could have been 4 or 5.
Should have been
clear.
Bro, it's a training ground. It's a training
City
session.
are capable of it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's just a case of which one are you going to get tonight.
Do you know what I think as well? Like, whilst I'm sat here saying I don't have the answer as to why we've not won the Champions League, like, we also have to respect the other teams and the fact that it is called the Champions League. Like, just because we've won the Prem, it doesn't mean that we've got to walk this every time. Do you know what I mean? Or ever.
We saw PSG.
But-
Literally, they've also tried to put together a little super team, and it hasn't worked out. So it is a mental block, I think, for Man City.
Yeah.
But at some point, you're going to get over it, I
Yeah.
assume. But
I'm going to be positive about tonight. I actually
you
am.
should be, because Leipzig.
I'm not oozing with confidence, but I'm gonna be positive, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm happy with the lineup, which I know we're going to get to. But yeah,
Yeah, knowing Cuckoo today as well for Leipzig. So
Should we look at those lineups?
yeah, I think we should.
Kennedy, you want to go for the City one?
I've never done this before, guys.
It's your big moment.
My glasses as well. I'm like, so we've got Edison, we've got Stones back again. Great. Came back Saturday. We've got Diaz, Akanji, Ake, De Bruyne, Rodri, Gundogan, Silva, Haaland, and Grealish.
Would you like to do the Leipzig one? Is there an ex-Chelsea in there?
I feel like we all know my pronunciation is wild.
She's trying to get out of it.
She's trying. Don't try it with me, Abby. We've been working together for a while now. Abby, are you scared?
No, I'll do it.
Go on.
All right, Vlasic, Raum, Guardiola, Orban, Henrik, Sadara, Lema, Forsberg, Campbell, Sosblazai. I think that was pretty close. And
Close,
Werner.
yeah. Fuad knows.
great.
Fuad football manager knows.
Close, Somersley.
Really close. There we go. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty decent. No Carl Walker in your squad, Kennedy.
I think respectfully, yes. Rightly so.
He's going into another career
At the moment.
at the moment. So
It's not the first time. I mean, that it's the first time that particular incident happened, but it's not the first time that he's been in the press for various things. Do you think that
it's a press on the ball.
yeah,
You know,
that's where we should be focusing? But do you think that it's maybe getting to a point now where Pep may consider moving him on?
Does he have a choice?
Rico Lewis is there, but he plays the role very differently. Complete opposite with that in.
I mean, I can't really say what I want to say, if I'm being honest. I just feel like there's been a few now. Like we had the Mendy thing, you know. There's been a lot of activity.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I hear you.
Say, Pep did that on the weekend as well. Does that worry you playing 4 centre backs in that back four? Because you've got Stonesy playing right back, Ake playing left back as well. I think Ake, in all honesty, I think has been one of the best defenders this season in the Premier League. Probably Gabriel, Lisandro, you could maybe argue some of them. Diaz, I think his comeback's been huge, but Stones at right back, I kind of think, does that kind of kill their width?
I think it's inspired by Tony Pulis. Do you remember when you used to have Shawcross, Hill, Youth?
Yeah.
The whole lot of them just back there. When Pep does it, it's seen as some sort of you know what I'm saying? Some sort of trickery. But nah, this is old school. I like it.
It's just something I noticed.
Wes Brown, John O'Shea's. It
I
can
kind of want
work.
to see how they, those two, especially Stones and Ake, if they do get high up, do get involved in the attacks, like Cancelo and Walker have been over the past 2 seasons. Let's be honest, because that's been kind of the real underlap, the overlap. It's been kind of a trademark of City's play. So
I think you've missed that this season.
Yeah.
With you, I really do, and
I think
I don't get the Cancelo thing.
I think Pep's
do.
gone to the back three.
I do.
I think.
Sorry.
Talk
go
to
on.
us.
Yeah, tell us.
Tell us.
Just I sort of tend to make statements here on here, and then no one agrees with me, but then it kind of follows through, and I just feel like the Cancelo thing. He's not. I just don't think he was as great as people would make out. Maybe as a fan of a different team, but as a City fan, is he really all that?
He's a great passer of the ball, great vision.
I just don't think it's
creative.
as strong as what we've got. I just don't think it's a major loss.
That'd be cool.
I think personally, I think he's a big loss, but I do agree. I think this season he definitely didn't cover himself in glory. Right back, left back. Pep tried playing him in a few different roles and it didn't
Well, at
work.
one point, he had Walker and Cancelo on the same side.
Yeah,
so
and
that was odd.
And I think the number 7 coming in the summer, I was like, this guy's starting to think he's a little bit midfielder. He's no longer
Plays
got to do
like one,
defensive
though.
duties.
Well,
Plays like one as well.
It's been
But
a lot of trial and error for City this season. Whilst we're still doing good, you've got to appreciate.
But that's the thing, yeah. I think
there was a lot of change.
I think with Haaland coming in, Pep said, you know what, I need to try and find a way to get the best out of him. And sometimes if it means I have to drop Cancelo, which he did do for spells, which is why Cancelo wanted to leave in the end. But I think this back three system has actually helped them in some games where at the start of the season, a lot of people were saying it's kind of holding them back. They're not getting the best out of Haaland. Their football's gone missing. I feel like over the last couple of weeks, they've started to get that rhythm.
It's trying to work it out. It's a different type of football. They're not playing the same type of football that they used to play.
City aren't allowed a transition era
Yeah.
or a transition
Well,
period.
they can, but ideally not this season.
Yeah.
Like, you can do it, but can you wait?
Can you wait until
Can you
everybody
wait?
else is back
Yeah.
involved in the
Yeah,
title race?
can
Yeah.
you wait
I know.
until there's more than just Arsenal that's challenging for the title? You know.
We've got a super chat as well. It says European pedigree and history is important. Is the Champions League I'm guessing it says in the Champions League, and the fans has to be up for it. Look at Chelsea, Liverpool, Bayern, and Real Madrid.
Yeah. There's another super chat from More Than You Can Believe, Matisse's favourite slogan, who says, big up Kennedy every time. Come on, City.
Oh, come on.
There was a few, not super chats, but they were quite funny. I'm going to actually try and find them. There was one about Matisse's hairline.
Hey.
There's definitely a couple in there, but you know.
More Than You Can Believe also said, Mars trim is on smoke, making the best of a bad situation.
Listen.
Wow.
Yeah, let me not even say anything. Thank you.
Wow. That is so rude.
Abby, you gassed me up. Don't worry. Nothing can hurt me now.
You're welcome. Tiny says Fraudiola. He needs Messi to win the Champions League.
Wow. Ew, can we stop with the
there's a
idol
lot
stuff?
of hmms going on.
always because he hates Messi and he loves Ronaldo.
Whoa. Accusations.
Facts.
False accusations.
Facts. The archives will definitely release the footage. I'm sure DR know where the footage is as well.
DR clips, you lot have been doing me
They
dirty
did actually try and nice you the other day with the Martinelli.
Hey, you know what?
I'm subscribed now. I'm keeping an eye.
I messaged you.
They tried to balance it out.
Yeah. That's what they did. That's what
Yeah,
they did.
we see you guys.
ADAZ said, I'm sorry, this is the most irrelevant game in the Champions League. No one cares about Man City. Once United return under Qatari owners, it's done for you lot.
Oh, right. Well, let's think about what's going on right now and not stuff that might never happen. Power
There we
of Now.
go.
It's a good book, that is.
That told you, didn't it? That absolutely did. There is a 63 win percentage for Pep Guardiola with Manchester City in this league. That's 92 wins out of 146 matches, 29 draws and 25 losses. So on paper, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
It
just
is.
falling at the final hurdle. Is this season, I don't know if you feel the same way as a City fan, but is this season where it's like Champions League or bust?
I mean, in what sense?
Well, let's say you don't win the Premier League.
Yeah.
Let's say you don't win the Champions League.
Yeah.
It's a failure, isn't
Then
it?
what would just written off?
No, but is
I'm
it a
just saying,
is it a failure of the
in
season?
terms of Manchester City, that's a failure of the season.
I mean, yeah, it is. It definitely is. I think
You could win an FA Cup.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a failure.
It is
isn't
a failure.
Yeah. But you
But-
go again. But the standards are high, aren't they?
But yeah, it's like who's staying on top for that long? Like,
4 out of the last
what
5
goes up
Premier
must come
Leagues.
down. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to change
Pep or
the
anything.
quality or yes. I don't know, man. Obviously, I think Champions League is the main focus for City fans and for Pep, of course. And I think you lot all know that as well. Like, it's not a secret. But I mean,
If you don't
the
get
way
it.
that we've been playing in the Premier League against clubs like Crystal Palace and so on and so forth, even Newcastle, it was a good game. But I can just see that the focus is on this. It's
Yeah.
not really on that.
I don't want to hear that. I want you to
Sorry,
be focused.
guys.
All
Focus.
three of us do
All the
not
Spurs
want to
fans
hear
here,
that.
like,
Nah, I don't. I need you guys to focus on the bread and butter, right? Yeah.
Me and Fuad, that's our only hope.
Oh yeah, your season's done, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's just that. Yeah.
That's it. Well, to be fair, your season's done. You're in 10th.
We're in the last 8. Abby.
All right. Okay. To be fair,
Champions League.
very typical for you to actually go and win.
Champions League.
Very typical
We're
for
still
you to
here.
go and win the Champions League.
If we do, Oh,
If you, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh.
There is a lovely little light show going on as we approach kickoff. I want to get all of your guys' predictions. Kennedy, you start us off, please.
Oh, I'm going to go for a 3-1 City because I'm just going to try and manifest that.
Manifest it. Matisse?
I think they're going to blitz them. I'm going to go 4-0.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, I like this.
listen, RB Leipzig ain't got this. I'm telling you, their defense is always wide open. Whenever I see them against English opposition, I think Liverpool as well. They never.
United.
They always leave so much
Yep.
space in between the lines, loads of space in behind. It's a German team that likes to attack, and City will carve them open. So
They are missing 2 of the key players.
yeah,
tonight,
knowing
so-
Cuckoo as well. So yeah, man.
What do you reckon, Fuad?
I'm going for a goal fest, to be fair. I'm going 4-2 City.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think there's going to be loads of goals in this. I think City always give up chances. As Matisse said, Leipzig always make mistakes and give chances as well. But yeah, I'm looking for more individual performances today, to be fair. I want to see KDB and Haaland rise it.
Yes, I need to see some KDB action. Happy Human says Cancelo was way better than Ake. Do you have any agreement on that?
Me?
Or disagreement? You think Ake's better?
I think Cancelo might have been the stronger player then, but Ake's come on leaps and bounds, and I think there's more potential for him to be greater, if that makes sense.
I think Ake's had a very good season. Very, very,
Very
good season.
good.
Very underrated Ake
And
this season.
that's what Pep's about, isn't it? He wants to see growth, he wants to see talent.
Two complete opposites, though, I'd say, at fullback, I'd say. The super chat says, Abbi and Fuad, I need you lot to capitulate to Deitch's real men when you come to Goodison. Call it Danjuma tax.
I have no idea
What was the point of that hijack?
Bro,
A little bit of rap-
guess
a little bit of rap
is
on
as
that.
good as mine.
I feel sorry for that boy, don't you?
I saw him in the gym last night as well, bro. Don't worry, man. Free Danjuma, that's all I'm saying. Free Danjuma till further notice, man.
Literally, it's ridiculous. I mean, this poor guy, he could have been playing week in, week out at another club, and he's not even getting a minute.
But did he not
And
choose
he won't get a minute.
to go to Tottenham, not
Yeah,
Everton?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
rightly
but his
so,
choice was
rightly
probably on the
so.
premise
Major
that he was going to
choice.
get some minutes.
Yeah, and
Major
also
choice.
when you see a club that's competing for top 4 in the
Of course
Champions
that's what
League
you
at the
pick.
time, it makes sense. In London as well, you're thinking, why not? Why would I not move there? So I get why he chose us, but then why we chose him is the part that's baffling me. Because
Well,
I'm seeing Lucas Moura, whose contract runs out at the end of the season, still getting starting minutes, still getting called off the bench as the first sub.
Because
The
Conte
fuck?
made it very clear that was a club signing.
Listen,
And
man.
as we saw with Jed Spence, Conte doesn't do club signings. Well, it doesn't matter because Conte's leaving, so. Woo! There we go.
Mad.
Okay, we are almost about to kick off. We're also keeping an eye on the Porto
you didn't give your prediction,
Inter
actually.
game as well. What's my prediction? Don't know. I'm going to go maybe like a 2-1 City. I don't think it's going to be
Okay,
as...
really?
Yeah, I mean...
I felt like that. It's going to be a bit tame.
I'll be honest, they've failed to impress me lately. Like they just still don't look right to me.
Really?
No,
I thought City looked a lot
Do you know
better.
what I
they
think?
do.
I
No,
don't
they
think
look
it's that
better.
we-
Don't get me wrong, but they're just
still
not
not doing
giving
it for
me City vibes.
No, I
They're
don't
not.
think it's that we don't look right. I think it's that we're not playing exciting football like we used to. I think it's different. I think there was loads of
my God.
changes at the start of the season,
I actually
and
think
now the
that's-
whole team's sort of built around Haaland, and it's just a bit.
It's a good team.
It's a different
I like
vibe,
that,
isn't it?
yeah.
That bench as well.
Yeah, look,
I'm thinking, I know Foden's missing and Alvarez are missing, but I think that might be City's like most experienced and
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the safety net that.
midfield, yeah.
That's
Like
the safety
Foden,
net.
Alvarez off the bench, second half. Oh, what? Give me
and that's
juice.
what you want to do. I don't know. Just even from watching you against Palace, I mean, I know you were better, but again, like the old City would have had that done and dusted, like early
Boxed.
doors. And
Yeah.
I feel like they struggled at Palace quite a lot, though.
Yeah,
A lot of City
but-
fans were quite nervous going into that game
But
because they've lost there before. I think Palace did double over them last year. Was it double or they took points off you home and away?
Yeah, they did,
Gallagher
didn't they?
did a great performance as well. I think it's because you want Arsenal to be caught so badly. You just want it confirmed.
Listen, I
Man City.
needed to get to that running in April where they've got City, they've got
Be
they've
patient,
got
it's
you,
Abbi,
they've got
it's
Liverpool.
Abbi. Let him marinate.
I can't let it marinate. It like keeps me up at night.
build.
Abby's trying to take the chicken out of the fridge.
I know.
It's not ready yet.
Let it marinate. Let it cook. I'm telling
Yeah, but
you.
it's just we're getting closer and closer, and it's just like I've always said, if City get in front,
even better.
Yeah. You're at the back of
when
the
it's
car
his
being like, are we there yet? Are
When
we
the
there yet?
juices are
I
flowing
just
out of
need
the
this
oven
season
and you're
to
like,
end.
oh.
I just need this
I'm
season
telling
to
you.
end already.
Abby's like, there. Are we there yet?
It's so
VR
stressful.
clip's gonna get me.
It's so stressful. I can't even.
paranoia they've
Fuad
caused now.
explains the juices. Nah, man. Nah, man.
Hey, man.
Be careful on him.
That editor is traumatizing, man.
You see, Jason's just at home cooking in the lab. It's like this. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's long.
Man. Hey, I completely forgot there's another game
Yes,
as well.
we
Inter
have-
Milan versus Porto.
Yes, we have-
Bro, they don't get no
Yeah,
shine.
Porto.
No shine.
We'll be
Now,
keeping
that is
an
the
eye on
deadest
that.
game. I'm sorry.
I love Porto. I went there. I went to the city in October and actually went to one of their qualifiers.
Does
against
that look like
Leverkusen.
an Inter Milan lineup to you?
Nah.
If they get through, I'll take them.
Acerbi.
I'll take them.
Hi.
I'll take them, man.
I'd have Bastoni. We wanted Bastoni.
Nah, I don't want him.
You don't
After
want him?
last summer, you can fuck off, mate. Jog on.
We are not in a
Jog on, mate.
position.
Now, Gvardiol.
Yeah, Vardio. That's another.
No, you ain't getting that.
What do you mean?
You don't need no
you're
one.
Yeah,
stuck.
I'm not saying us. I'm not saying
and
us.
guess what? Look, I've already analysed the situation.
How much money you got?
Man City, how many centre backs are they playing right now? On the pitch right now?
4.
Yeah? You've got stocked. How many centre backs do Liverpool constantly
Liverpool
boasting
needs
about?
centre back. They got injury prone. Kanate, Matip,
World
Van
class,
Dijk,
world class,
Gomez.
world class, world
Ooh,
class.
Gomez.
They told me
Gomez,
all four
world
world class.
Joe Gomez,
They
world class.
told me all 4. You stick with your 4, yeah?
They're all injury prone.
Vardio, we have a home for you in London.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in London or Liverpool?
London. No offence to anyone from Liverpool.
I'm just saying.
AGT.
Are you going to be in the Champions League next year?
I love how we're both completely silent.
You're not. Almost a chance there, Edison. We almost fumbled it.
The games are underway. They are underway, so we have kicked off. We'll bring you lots of action from that game. Hopefully City get off to a good start for Kennedy. Kevin De Bruyne, though, hasn't featured as much as probably I would have liked him to have featured this season.
He's not been as good.
Is that why? Is that why he's benched a lot? Like, is he
He's
trying to-
missed so many opportunities, and it's.
But this is
just-
Kevin De Bruyne.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. Don't know if it's something
To be
at
fair,
home.
I've seen you win a title without him. He was injured for a large part.
Listen, go back and watch a few of the City highlights, but he's not been sharp. He hasn't. I don't know what it is.
Wasn't great at the World Cup as well. I know he had a comeback game, but he's been a bit iffy this season. Not. I mean,
Yeah,
he's probably going to break the assist record, isn't he? Because he's playing with one of the most clinical forwards on the planet.
Yeah,
if
but
he continues.
if you want to talk about people being iffy this season, you'd look at someone like Son, like who should arguably
Son's
not be
been
starting.
iffy.
That is a
Son's been
nasty
just
challenge.
if.
But I'm saying that's Kevin De Bruyne. That's the heart of your team essentially. What is the reasoning why he's not
The
featuring
whole,
as much?
I mean, City just had a weird season in general, isn't it? Cancelo, they've
So
had
weird.
issues with. He's gone on loan to Bayern Munich, still having issues.
Probably something we don't know about.
There's been loads of underlying little problems here and there. So, not a normal season, but yeah.
I think KDB's got enough stock in the tank though to be able
Oh,
to.
he's still great.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's just not been as sharp as he
Yeah,
was.
I think the problem with KDB as well, he's almost, I feel like, been a model genuinely of consistency. Like
Yeah.
world class
What a ball.
consistency. Oh my god,
There he is.
City just missing back post.
there he is, Kevin De Bruyne with the cross. Gundogan missing.
Speak of the devil, you know what I'm saying? Careful how you speak on his name, bro. That's one of the
Exactly.
goats.
Absolutely
Yeah, he
is
is.
one of the
One of the goats, yeah.
Premier League
You wouldn't-
midfielders. I would argue he is the Premier League midfield goat.
The best ever.
The best
The
ever.
best midfielder in Premier League history.
This England here.
Which one? You gonna bring your
Belgium?
boy? You gonna bring your boy?
Who?
The one deflected shots. You already know who I'm. You see, I didn't even need to say a name. Yeah, go on, bring him to the table.
Well, Frankie Lampard.
How many tools he got in his box? You got the same amount of tools
hell
as
of a lot
KDB.
of tools, my brother. A hell
You
of
got the same amount of tools as KDB.
Got a Champions
Can he
League.
play on the right,
Champions
left,
League tool.
right foot, left foot?
I saw that left foot screamer against Everton in the FA Cup final. Do you remember that?
I don't want to
You
do
remember
this. I don't want to do this disrespecting because I'm a big fan of Lamps, but I think KDB. Here's the thing. I think he's got a solid case to be the GOAT now, and I think by the time he retires,
Goat over Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard. It's
Gerrard.
just too much nostalgia, no?
they're far too. And this is someone who lived that era. I'm telling you. I think KDB, what he's done, consistency, quality, anywhere across the midfield. You big moments, big games, he's turned up. You ask him. Of all of City's legends, yeah, Yaya Toure, all of that. He's got the best European performances and turned up to. City have been their best in Europe when he's been around. Like there is no.
He hasn't
question
won anything in Europe,
Here's the
he
thing.
hasn't won it.
I know that's the final one he has to tick though. How many Premier League titles has he won? How many seasons has he finished top assister? How many seasons has he been most created Premier League player? For me, I don't know what other questions KDB has to answer.
Lampard's got a hell of a lot of records as well, you know.
Lampard has great goal contributions.
Is he above
Great
Scholes and Gerrard for you? That's all I need to hear.
Listen, I've said what I
putting
needed
top.
to say.
Okay.
I've said what I needed to say.
That's what I'm taking. I'm cashing
Listen,
that.
I'm opening this up to the chat.
This is, do you know what the worst thing is?
Cashing
This
out.
isn't even something I've said new. This is something I've said months ago as well. Like, I think, and the worst thing is Scholes, you have to take into account part of a great Man United team and era. So there has to be some context taking that into account, bro. And I'm not saying KDB's not a part of that, but KDB's impact within that. You can see his
KDB's been in a
fingerprints all
great
over
team
that.
as well.
Can you sit here and tell me you can look at the Man United side of the thousands and say you can single-handedly point out Scholes' impact? Scholes was a great player within that. Lampard, I could probably pinpoint more impact that he's had on Chelsea than Scholes.
Could you not say that for City though, with David Silva, with Aguero? I remember a season where City won the Premier League. De Bruyne was injured.
I would say
for half the
KDB is
season.
more of a big game player for City than David Silva was.
Gundogan's a big player for them as well in big moments.
Gundogan is. Are you
I
putting
don't know.
Gundogan in GOAT debates?
No, I'm just saying there's
Why
other
are you
people that
mentioning
step
these
up.
names?
I'm just saying.
I'm just
when
saying,
Man City
you tried
needs-
to bring up the nostalgias. I think a lot of the times
got
we
Yaya
put too much
Toure.
stock in nostalgia. Yaya Toure had a great peak, but can he match KDB for the levels
No,
for
he
the
can't.
years of
He can't.
consistency?
No, he can't.
That's
but
my thing.
I feel like Man City have a lot of people that turn up for them. Mahrez turns up for them. Gundogan turns up for them.
The snap out of
turns-
Mahrez, please.
Bro, people,
Please.
of course, bro.
We
they
can
turn-
look through all of those 16 goals he scored last year against the 4-0s, the fourth goal in a 4-0,
Bro.
the penalty in a 3-0. Brother, we ain't counting those, man. KDB is the guy. And I honestly think so many times people don't want to give him the credit because he's playing right now. But I think in hindsight, when he's retired and all is said and done, people will look back and there will be kind of no debate, in my opinion.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, that's a big statement. Let's see what the chat said. It is open to the chat, so if you disagree, agree, let us know. Let us know who you think your all-time Premier League midfielder is. Yafu says Fabregas. There's quite a few shouts for Fabregas. Wale says Frank is better. Chat Sports says Frank is better as well. So, Armand says Fuad's on a KDB stan.
I'm not.
Don Rubinho says KDB ain't even the best Man City midfielder ever.
What would you say as a Man City fan? Who would you rather have, KDB or Silva? Because I think people look at Silva and they see the Spanish. He's a nice, diminutive, creative
Listen, you
player.
know
Silva
what?
was
KDB
class,
was
man.
Let me tell you
the
something
I'm
guy.
not
now.
taking this
Let me
David
tell you
Silva's
something.
disrespect.
Let me
I'm
tell
not
you
taking
something.
it.
Yaya
Let me tell you
Toure.
something.
Oh my
Let me tell you something.
Mm.
You're going to hate this, though.
Yeah, I know you don't like KDB.
No, what do you mean?
What you know?
Hold up. I've never
That's his
said
tactic
that.
to get you to defend KDB.
It is.
Yeah.
No, listen, he's amazing. He's incredible. He really is. In terms of
And I'm talking-
consistency at City, I agree. But I think Silva, I would argue, is more consistent.
I think you're right.
I think,
you might
aside
be
from
right.
this spell here, you cannot tell me a time KDB was off full.
No, I agree. Agree.
Literally. And
I
we've
can
been
tell
here
you-
6 years now.
I can tell you times where KDB's been injured though, and Man City have been fine.
That don't mean nothing.
It does.
That don't play into his
does.
inconsistency. That doesn't mean he's not consistent.
But
That does not mean he's not
it
consistent.
rubbishes your point that City don't have big game players that step up when without
I
it.
never said they don't have big game players that don't.
Put your words in your mouth, see?
See, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And the thing is, I need people to understand. I'm talking in terms of Premier League only. I'm not taking into account international and Champions League. I'm talking what they've done in the Premier League only. I don't know. I personally, I think by the time KDB is all said and done, KDB will sit at the top. I think the Gerrard one, people already discount because he doesn't have a medal. I think the Scholes one is a very good one. I think Lampard as well. Those are the three you can kind of discuss. I think personally, I put Lampard over Scholes, but Lampard, we're coming for your throne, King.
I mean, there's a lot of shouts for Yaya Toure in the chat as well. Bainesy Labs is the best.
Football in 2014, man.
Yarberg is Scholes is clear. Karim said KDB isn't even the best, isn't even better than Scholes. You're delusional.
Hey, I expect this, but guess what?
It's
I will
your
get
opinion
called
and
right
you're
now.
allowed
It's
it,
an
darling.
opinion, and guess what? In 5 years' time, you will all be like, maybe he was saying something, you know.
Vieira,
Sounds crazy in the moment. These things work.
Leo says Lampard, Vieira, Scholes, Gerrard, Fabregas, Yaya Toure, Silva, George Best, Giggs are all as good and better, or if not better, than KDB. I mean, I think Vieira's up there. There was a mention for Bergkamp as well.
Bergkamp's more of a second striker, isn't he?
Someone says Scott McTominay. Casemiro. I mean, we can't give it to Casemiro just yet.
Vieira's a good shout, actually.
Vieira's a great shout. Absolutely great shout.
But who has ever said Vieira's the Premier League midfield GOAT? How many times have you heard that in
I
your
have
life?
heard it a few times.
From
Not
Arsenal
the
fans?
GOAT. Not the GOAT.
No,
Not
actually,
the GOAT. This
just
is what I'm
from
saying.
Arsenal
I'm talking
fans.
like the GOAT.
But when you think,
And I'm saying
you think
when
of top
all is said
10,
and done.
you definitely put Vieira in your top 10.
Well, okay, so you're saying when all is said and done. Are you saying right now he's the GOAT though?
Right now, he's got a solid case to be the GOAT, in my opinion.
Because you know what DR clips gonna do to you.
Yeah. It's
They're
Oh,
gonna-
context gonna get removed.
They gonna say that
already
you said he was the
accepted my
GOAT
fate on
right
this one.
now. He is the GOAT now.
Listen. Oh man.
We are now running that poll.
Bruv, I'm
Best
just
Premier League
looking out for
midfielder
you, man.
poll.
Just looking out for you.
We got Kevin De Bruyne,
Listen,
Scholes, Lampard, Vieira.
I'm telling you now, I don't expect many people to agree with me. I do not. Trust me.
I really think Silva should be in there.
I think
I
Silva's
think-
getting a lot of
I-
disrespect
mate.
right now, man.
Bruv.
Silva was a
N'Golo
baller.
Kante.
He's never fell off ever.
When was Silva bad? When was Silva inconsistent? Silva was.
But I'm not pitting them against each other like you want me to though.
Oh, Haaland. Oh, big chance for City.
Chance for City, couldn't
Great save.
convert it. He could not convert it. Okay, if we're talking about Kevin De Bruyne in this way, is he truly elite if he hasn't won the Champions League?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's, for me, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Buffon, loads of top players that haven't won the Champions
Is
League.
R9 Ronaldo not elite?
Just asking.
Hasn't won the Champions League.
She's just asking the question.
Just asking.
She's asking. She's just asking.
I do hear the case. Of course, you want a player. I feel like Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi have almost ruined football because it's almost like now you have to win everything. In order to
Messi's ruined football, not Ronaldo, because Ronaldo didn't get the World Cup.
I feel like them two ruined football. Because, you're such a whiner. You know
I know, because I'm going back to that moment when you was like, "Please, France, please win it."
But the thing is, I know people want everybody to win everything, but you can't always do it. Do you know what I mean? You can't
And
always do it.
I
Take it
also
from us.
really dislike saying that players aren't
Look
the
at
best
Leipzig, man.
because they weren't in a team that won a certain trophy. Like you can say the team's not the best because they didn't win it, but you can't say a certain player can't be thought of as one of the elites. Do you
I
know
agree
what
with you. I agree with you. It's the same argument I made when we were talking about who's won the World Cup.
Yeah, it's like it's not their fault though if the rest of the team shit, is it?
Well, there we go. That should be the answer for Harry Kane, isn't it?
No, Harry Kane's a top player.
But all people want to bang on about is haven't won anything. Well, look at the team.
He does crumble in the big
Yeah,
moments,
look
though.
at
Exactly.
He does crumble. He
guys.
does crumble in the big moments, I must say. But he's a great player.
You'd crumble as well in the big moments, Kay.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
He's
you would.
trim.
Yeah, exactly. Crumbled at the barber.
Hey, you see you're trying to be on that channel way too much recently. The amount, the amount of Abbi clips, Abbi roast Matisse, Don Robbie roast Matisse. Nah, I've had enough. No more.
See, the thing is, it used to be Flex, but now I spend more time with you. So.
Wow. So I'm the one catching all this heat.
Yeah,
this
now
heat,
you got to
all
catch
this
the
smoke.
lip.
Damn.
First, I'm sorry, your trim's nice.
No, it's too late, man. It's over.
First 12 minutes or so, what have you made of Manchester City, Kennedy?
Look, there's been opportunities. They've been pressing. It's looked good. I'd say we're the ones in control.
Oh, you are going to slap them silly. Like, this is what I'm talking about with Leipzig. What have we seen from them in this first 12 minutes, apart from them kind of like struggling to build out from the back? They've given the ball away a few times. They're just asking for it.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. They're just asking for it. Like, they can't keep possession. They want to build out from the back against Man City, who are pressing really high up the pitch. And we've already saw that Haaland chance. There's going to be plenty more. For me, this is a rubber stamp. I'm just waiting, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Karim says, unpopular opinion, if Ozil was at Manchester City, he would be the GOAT.
Thanks for the super chat.
Any thoughts on that?
Thanks for
I think what's very important to distinguish between Ozil and De Bruyne is a box-to-box midfielder. Like Fuad said, he's played 10, he's played right midfield, he's played similar to Gerrard in this aspect actually.
Yeah.
He's played a lot of different positions and from an athletic standpoint, he puts in the work. Do you know what I mean? He's not a liability. Whereas Ozil, you had to build a team around him, put 2 DMs behind him, give him a free role. Don't expect anything defensively because you're not going to get it, especially at Arsenal on a away day at Stoke or something. You don't have to make those precautions for Kevin De Bruyne. If you take him to the Britannia, he rules the waves.
You want a real unpopular opinion? He thinks that's an unpopular opinion. Ozil was actually the reason why the number 10 position died. Name me another top level
these
number
statements
10
tonight.
that you've seen since then. Every single number 10 nowadays, you see Jack Grealish out wide, Phil Foden out wide, That man has forced that position to become non-existent because they realize that position is for prima donnas. You have to essentially set up an entire team to get the best out of that one player. And it's not really worth it. Arsenal saw it for the last, when they had him or whatever. As soon as they moved away from that, now you look at their team.
They're saying Odegaard, but Odegaard doesn't even play the 10. He plays right.
He plays right
midfield,
centre mid.
right centre
picking
mid.
up these half spaces on the right. I knew they were going to bring that one up as well.
James Maddison?
James Madison.
Madison was
not
playing right midfield
Madison
earlier
be
in the
playing
season.
right wing, be playing behind the striker. I don't know. There's no, and when I say 10, I'm not talking about,
you mean not floating,
I'm
you mean
talking
in that 10. James Rodriguez 10 for Everton 10.
James Rodriguez was maybe the last one who tried
Carlo
to act
Ancelotti.
like, I'm the last one.
Yeah.
He was done by
Dead,
then,
bro.
brother, already.
Finito.
But Ozil, for me, was the death of that position.
That's a big
But
statement.
I also don't think
it has
that's
legs. It has legs.
I don't think that's a good thing though, because I think that position brought a lot of joy, a lot of excitement, a lot of unpredictability, a lot of creativity, and now it's really systematic.
Now
and
it's
really,
all about physical players.
Yes.
If you notice. Now
So-
it's all about pace. If you've got power.
Yeah.
Oh, can they make it one? No chance there. Just going to read you.
They're naming a lot of names.
We've had 800.
I knew that would have annoyed him.
We've had 816 votes currently on our Premier League midfielder poll. Who do you think's winning the poll so far? Out of KDB, Scholes, Vieira, Lampard.
I mean, Vieira will probably, by a landslide, I'll probably say as
Give
well.
me your percentage.
I will say Vieira 40%, and then I would say KDB second if this chat has common
I reckon it's
sense.
something wild, like 83%.
And then Scholes. I reckon KDB and Scholes are close, and then Lampard's trailing behind.
Okay, it's Vieira on 37%.
Ooh, I was close.
For the win. Scholes on 26%.
Okay.
KDB with 18% and Lampard with 17%.
I already saw it. These Arsenal fans, these Arsenal fans can't be trusted.
Hey,
they can't be trusted.
Hold.
They can't be trusted.
Big up you, man.
They can't be trusted. Don't take them to the polls.
I don't even mind KDB being third if
Bro,
it's ahead of Lampard.
Don't take them to the polls in politics. I'm telling you. All you need to tell them is one of the man running for Prime Minister is an Arsenal fan. Yeah, we'll vote for him. Do you know what I mean? No matter what the policy
Arsenal
is. These
above all
guys
else.
stick together. They don't move.
Victor says ridiculous statement from Fuad. Kid Frankie says Ericsson. Toothpick says Modric. Sebsa says Coutinho.
Modric plays in literally a midfield three.
I don't know why that.
I don't know why. Who's the other one?
Coutinho, Ericsson.
Ericsson is doing doggies for Man United and pulled his hamstring.
Played right
Casemiro.
for Poch. Played right for Poch
and played on the wing. for Poch.
Ali was in the 10.
Literally.
As a second
Ali was in
striker.
the 10.
And Ali was the second striker, yeah.
Ali was.
I'm telling you, bro, there haven't been any real actual number 10s. And don't get it twisted. As much as I'm saying it's Ozil, it is partly coaches to blame as well.
Yeah.
Coaches have moved away from systems that require a 10. But Ozil, I'm blaming you.
Goals for George says Messi is a 10. What are you on about?
Who? Who did he say?
Messi. Chat Sports' best 10 was Cazorla. I did love Santi Cazorla. I can't lie.
You know what? That was one Arsenal
What a
player.
baller.
I can't lie. Yeah, man. And do you know what I loved even more was how he got injured and then came back at Villarreal and still
Mad.
did his thing.
He was
And
so
if
good.
I'm not mistaken, he's still playing in Qatar now. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. And the doctors actually told him that he would never play again
yeah.
after having a piece of flesh removed from his Achilles.
He was so
Bro,
good.
do you know how mad it is doing your Achilles?
Yeah,
Once
I didn't tear mine, but I strained it and it was
Oh, scramble in the box there.
Scramble from a corner.
Back
Yeah,
post!
here.
Oh, he's
It's
fluffed
getting
it.
warmer.
Oh.
They're getting
It's
warmer.
definitely getting warmer.
It's getting warm.
To convert
Pinballs
some
in
of these
there.
chances because Leipzig can't even get out of their half. Wicked says Eden Hazard.
He won the 10. I think they're naming people that wore the number 10, if anything. now.
I think so.
He was a winger.
Eden Hazard.
I think you're
You guys
right.
are not helping.
Eden Hazard was actually-
Fuad's winning
You're
this
not
one.
just making my case
No, you're
stronger,
just
bro.
making Fuad's case stronger. Y'all need to think. Y'all need to sit there and take a breather and really deep what he's saying because you're making his point stronger
I
right
think
now.
everybody is just literally everyone's saying Musiala. People are just, I think, naming.
You know what? We might have a saviour in that kid, Musiala. We might have a saviour of the position. It's funny, one German killed it and another one potentially revives it. Hey, Musiala, England missed one there for sure.
Let me just read this.
Thomas Müller as well.
Super chat. Müller, yeah.
That suggestion in the chat.
Dybala, Totti,
Thomas Muller, the
Yeah.
right winger and striker.
Bellingham,
10.
Del Piero,
That ain't my type of 10. Anyway.
We'll be going back.
Schneider.
Del Piero. Well, that would be the position. Yeah, it was alive then. Yeah, with those names.
Khalid Small says, am I crazy for saying, off of pure natural talent and ability alone, Eden Hazard was the greatest player to ever touch this league? Big up the panel. Big up to you too.
It's a great case to make, I must say.
Where do you rank
My
him then?
lord.
Where do you rank Eden Hazard?
Look, guys.
Oh,
if
it
we're
could be a penalty. They're definitely going to give that.
Yeah, you got to give
Yeah,
that.
man.
They're definitely
Flapping
giving that.
wings there.
Who's
Red
that?
Bull gives you wings.
Who's that? Number 39, is it?
That's Antonio
And he's
Silva, I
giving it.
believe.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
20 minutes in, Man
Penalty.
City already. Man
Benjamin
City.
Henriks.
Look how easy that is. You see? Nothing to worry about, Kennedy. Done.
Penalty for City, keeping an eye on what's going on in the other game. That was a chance for Porto
Yeah.
just now.
Near post, and
Come
Nana
on,
saves it.
Porto. It's a really beautiful city, by the way.
Hazard was a top player.
Should defo visit.
Hazard was one of my
I think,
favourites
like,
ever.
If you're talking Premier
Premier
League
League.
all-timers, he's up there.
He's
for
right up
sure.
there. He's
like,
right up
his
there.
period, he was Premier League. Like I'm saying for the KDB, I'm not talking Champions League. I'm not talking international. Just in the Premier League, what he did, bro. That last year as well under Sarri.
Sarri, yeah.
That was the year where I was less hateful towards him. I'll say.
Do you know what is with him as well? He played under some very defensive coaches.
And my annoyance with him, I think, is I don't feel like he
Oh, they look so
maximised.
disappointed.
I agree.
What
Don't
that
always
comment
feel bad
says there,
about
that
it.
raw,
Like this.
natural ability,
Yep.
you can say he was there.
He should have been up there with Neymar. Up like
No, even Neymar's another one that I
Yeah.
feel like didn't maximise it
Yeah.
because them two for me are almost like two brothers that, like, bro, if you lot were serious about this sport,
Haaland.
you lot could have been generational. But you lot were too busy, oh, I play football to enjoy. I'll play for happiness. Cool. Then you end up overweight 4 years at Madrid.
Nervous, bro.
He didn't do it in the Champions League stage, unfortunately, as well.
Never.
That really annoyed me.
That-
And
and-
it's not really just him because we didn't qualify half the time. He was
Yeah.
in the Europa League as well. But like, I just wanted to see Eden Hazard kind of do what Salah did in the Champions League. I think that's where
Guys, you look
he
at
gets.
him
He doesn't do what it, it doesn't.
Right, Haaland is about to step up and take this pen. Is it going in? Is it not going
But that
in?
World Cup, by the way, for Belgium
I'm scared.
in Brazil.
You confident?
No, I
Is
don't
it going in?
lie.
It's Erling. Of
It's a
course you
goal.
should be
It's a
confident.
goal. Why are we more confident than her?
Come on, man.
What are you scared about, man? It's normal business. This is normal.
1-0 Manchester City, Haaland with the penalty.
I need one of them scarves.
I mean, to be fair, it's been coming because Leipzig haven't even got out of their half.
Business.
Haven't even managed to play it out. Henrik's conceding.
Soft pen to give, though.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? It's Champions League.
Man City. Oh.
Business resumes.
Carry on.
Do you know what? In another 10 years, we'll find out they've been paying off refs as well.
And
Just
then-
like Barcelona.
And then I'll really know I
Very
support the right
cheeky.
club because I love controversy and naughtiness.
What do we think is going to happen to Barcelona? They're going to get relegated for that.
Question you should really ask is what's going to happen to Pep Guardiola?
Why?
We
Question you should
mentioned
really
this, didn't
Because-
we?
What's going to happen to Arteta?
Man City have 100 charges. Who's in charge? Pep Guardiola.
What about Arteta? What is it?
Barcelona have just
I
been
agree.
charged for corruption over the last 16 years. Who's in charge?
Did he learn Italian in the years between 2000 and...
I'm just saying, if there's one commonality between two crimes and the same suspect,
Oh my god.
there's one broad.
I think we should force him to retire.
Proud.
There's one fraud.
One foul.
Oh my god!
Oh! Damn! What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Haaland
It's done.
with
Do you understand? It's finito. Finito.
Hey, that was nasty!
I'm happy.
2-1.
Sorry.
Don't
Hey,
be
what I tell you,
silly.
lot, go first.
That's not the worst take on this
Yeah, I know, I
bench.
know.
I wish he went in the first time though.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah,
that
well-
was
So great.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Who took the initial shot?
Was it Silva?
I thought,
Yo,
I
that
think
was
he did.
There
crazy.
is no hope for Red Bull Leipzig today. They can't defend. They can't.
No,
they
but
can't
you know
be
what?
compact.
got no
There is
wings.
hope for Red Bull and Max Verstappen, so make sure this weekend
Wow.
you tune in
See how we
to
do.
On Track GP.
See how we do. See how we
Where you
do.
can see the real Red Bull
That was all
in
prepped.
action.
That was all prepped.
Was it not Kevin?
Kevin. It was Kevin.
It was Kevin.
It was Kevin.
It was Kevin.
Kevin. Left foot as well. Weaker
it
foot.
was
You know about
Kevin.
that? Yeah? When was Lampard doing that?
Well, he did it against Germany. He didn't cross the line.
Yeah, it don't count.
Didn't cross the line.
Don't count.
Kevin De Bruyne's shot, Haaland with the follow-up, and it's 2-0
You better stop
City.
rubbing out Lampard, you know. Because I'm telling you right now, yeah, Lampard done it in the Champions League final.
Hey, you know what?
I feel more relaxed.
I
now.
told you.
Good.
Listen,
I think you should
you're doing
My
this.
shoulders
It's because you're hating on him. So I'm forced to listen. Truce.
To be fair, it's rude you haven't even put Moussa Dembele in your top 5.
Come on now.
Elite.
Come on now.
What a player, man.
Elite.
When we-
What
what
a
a
player.
Now,
player.
we
What
were
a
talking
player.
about midfielders. We weren't talking about goats.
Yeah,
You're talking about
You're right.
goats is a different
Goats,
category.
level, Moussa Dembele.
Listen.
Absolutely up there.
There's only one.
Oh,
Is that what
player.
is that like Bentancur's like? Is that what he's trying to be? Almost?
Bro,
But you can't
don't do
be.
that. Don't do
No.
that because
You-
I've said
yeah, you can't be-
Bentancur is
Can
probably
you play
the
football?
Closest
Can
thing
I
that
play
you've had.
football?
I've said,
No.
Yeah,
No, say.
but Dembele was different
Crap.
sauce.
Dembele.
Do you know what? If Dembele was
Unreal.
playing now, he'd be called world class.
Yeah.
That's how I've always said that.
But also, if he hadn't have been at Tottenham, if he'd been at a different team,
Yeah,
he'd
yeah,
also
yeah.
been
And
recognised as world
annoyingly
class.
as well, I actually feel like he's gotten way more love
Since he's been retired.
Yeah,
true, you
since
know.
leaving, when he was there and when he was playing, I don't feel like Dembele ever got
But
the love.
I think the crop of midfielders he was playing with was higher.
Yeah.
So it was way harder for him to get that recognition.
No, but he was so good.
Even when he's at Fulham.
What I would give to watch him again, just
Ooh,
moving that
ooh,
ball
ooh.
around.
Timo has nothing for me, it seems.
Well, it's chilled now. It's 2-0 City.
Timo, can you do something for me?
He can't. He's not-
It's still Porto 0, Inter 0 on the other game. We are keeping an eye on that as
you know what's
well.
so funny,
fans
yeah?
in that chat, or am I literally on my own?
I haven't spotted one.
Pretty much. It's usually just a lot of Arsenal. If there are any City
There's some
fans, come
Chelsea in
through.
there. There's some Chelsea in there.
I was going to say, do you know what's mad? I just realised Red Bull,
Yes.
Gives you
their
hints.
real name is Rasenbull. You know what Rasenbull means?
No,
Red Bull.
in
German.
German.
Yeah. But it's their workaround from not being able to use the branding name of Red Bull. Do you get it? It's
Lay that out
fucking
again.
genius.
Lay that out again for us.
So in Germany, apparently, you can't use brands within your club name. A la Red Bull, the drink, they can't use the way it's spelled in the name.
Oh,
so what was their workaround around it? Rasenbull, which translates to English, Red
Bull.
Bull.
Okay.
Genius.
Yeah.
Absolute genius.
What about
I was just
Salzburg?
reading that here. I was like, yo.
Are Salzburg getting away with their crimes with Red Bull Salzburg? Or
No, so it's only in Germany this applies.
So Austria, they're all good.
Austria's
Okay.
calm. And New York Red Bulls, for example, is calm. But it's just in Germany, they don't allow you to use companies. So, like, you know, Volkswagen owns Wolfsburg.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
What?
You know,
Really?
Philips, the TV company.
Yeah.
They own PSV.
I used to thought
Like,
Pirelli-
that's how PSV was formed. They're called Philips Sportverein.
Yeah. That one I know.
God.
That one I know because you told me that before.
Yeah.
Saturday football show.
Do
was
you know
doing
what?
that.
You learn
Yeah.
something
Digging through
new
the archives.
every
There's actually
day.
so
What-
many
what
football
does that
teams
call
out
you?
there that have been started by companies. Yeah, like in Japan, if you look at the Japanese football league, the J League, or something, I think half of them are like Yokohama FC, which is Yokohama
Yeah.
Tires. Like all of these companies all just start football clubs and then they just grow into these.
So can I ask if Red Bull came to you as Tottenham, big offer, and they said we'll rename
Red
you
Bull
Red
Hotspurs.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Give it to us.
Okay.
Listen,
That's going to get you
and Fuad
competing.
get-
I'm worried.
Me and
Okay.
Fuad get bought easy.
Damn. Okay.
Oh my Lord.
I'm fickle.
You don't want to
cheap.
keep that Tottenham Hotspur
I'm
heritage.
cheap.
I'm going to call you Foopedia. Because you know everything.
Let's have a discussion on the super chat. Said Kvaratskhelia, do you watch Napoli matches? That guy perhaps is the best player in the world. What a player! Your thoughts on him?
Mate, we could have had him for 12 million last year at our
But
club.
we
Abbi.
wouldn't, because
But we
that
said
we would have bid 6.
Sound
We
like
don't.
an
We
Arsenal
don't
fan
want
right now.
talented footballers.
We don't
said.
want that. We want to take your scraps from
Come
the Dutch
on.
league.
Literally,
Yeah.
I've said
baller.
I think he is
Unreal.
easily top 5 under 21 talents in the world right now.
Is he under
in my
21?
opinion. Yeah.
He's not
I think
22?
He's 21 now. If I'm
Let me VAR that.
VAR that,
'Cause
bro.
I feel
But
like he
for
might be
me,
22.
He is different.
Different gravy.
class. I think people rave and rant about Osimhen, but I think he is actually.
He's the one.
He is
He's
the
22.
one that makes it tick. He's
22.
22. When did he turn? Probably in the last 2 weeks, innit?
Probably.
Yeah.
His agent
What they doing
offering
here
him
now?
around for like really cheap last summer.
Yeah, that was us.
was
So
it.
we were supposed to bid 10 million because I think he played for Rubin Kazan,
Yeah.
who obviously are involved in a lot of the war and everything. So their players wanted to leave. Offered him around to a lot of big European clubs, and no one was really too impressed by someone playing in the Russian league. Essentially, Napoli took the gamble on him. Took the
Look,
gamble on
snowing.
Kim Min-jae as well,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
we
Who
should
we
have signed
should
maybe
have
3
signed,
years
yeah.
ago. And now you look at them, both of them looking like they're worth 100 million apiece. So quality bit of business.
Kim
Again.
Min-jae, 100 million. That good.
That's what
Look what
Napoli
he's
are
looking
quoting. Let me say that.
Napoli, what their quotes are.
You know what De Laurentiis is like.
Yeah,
He is a
some of
nut
his-
job. So,
No, but that is another one that Tottenham target that was.
but even like you look at the centre back market now, he probably is for the level that he's playing at now. You probably won't get him for less than 50 mil. Kim Min-jae.
But it's okay. We decided to stick with Eric Dyer.
Or Joe Rodon.
And
Don't
Joe
forget
Rodon.
that. Yeah.
I'm Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die. Said Ericsson came to
song.
Manchester United and already won more than Kane. Whoa, I didn't even read this before. Stop the disrespect, Fuad. And he got tackled by an overweight Andy Carroll. He didn't pull his hammy.
Come on, man. Can't you just let me cook for an agenda? Bloody hell. He's still not a 10.
Still not a 10. Still not a 10. Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous when you think the type of players that Tottenham could have had, really. But hey-ho.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We won't dwell.
Yeah.
Ibsy10 said, who had the better prime Cristiano Ronaldo?
Or
Oh, wait,
had a what?
sorry, let me reread that. I thought that was the question. Who had the better prime, Cristiano Ronaldo, Hazard, or Salah in the Prem? Some punctuation would have gone down well on that.
or Salah or Ronaldo.
Of
Yeah.
Hazard, Ronaldo, or
Oh.
Salah? Who had the best prime in the Prem?
Well, if you're talking about who had the best peak, I'm still going with Ronaldo. Like, Ronaldo was the best footballer in the world when he did what he did at Man United in that, what was it, 08? Mm-hmm. See, yeah? So, yeah, that's Ronaldo.
Easy.
If you're talking about the best peak. Talking about legacy, then obviously it's not him because the other two were in for a lot longer. But I'm definitely taking Ronaldo's peak over both those players, 100%.
Yeah, agree.
In
Easy.
agreement?
Yeah.
No debating, in my opinion.
I think people forget what Ronaldo was doing in that spell between last year at Man United.
I think it's very rare you've even had in the Premier League.
We haven't.
You've had the best player in the world being.
I don't
in
think
the
we
Premier
have,
League
yeah,
at the
not-
same
not
time.
often.
And I think that was the only time where I can confidently say it.
Confident, yeah. The other times were like skeptical.
Yeah.
This one is like rubber stamp, best player in the world, no argument, no conversation, no debate. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Okay, it's still 2-0 Manchester City, Leipzig trailing, 0-0 in the Porto Inter game. Who are the favourites then for the Champions League, guys? Should we have a look at who's still left in it? The draw
I
is
honestly
on
think
Friday.
these people are going to say City or Real Madrid.
Nah, for the way City are playing this season, they won't say City.
Do you not think?
Nah. City have been favourites every year with PSG when they've been playing at their best, Centurions, etc. This season when
I
they're
just don't
actually
think the
off
team's
it.
left as now.
Well, let's run through
Do you know what I mean?
let's run through who's currently left. Okay, so we've
Chelsea.
got Chelsea. We've got Benfica, we've got Bayern, we've got AC Milan. Currently, it would be Inter if Porto don't get themselves back into this game. It will be Manchester City.
Real Madrid.
It will be Real Madrid, assuming Liverpool don't have a phenomenal comeback tomorrow. And it would be Napoli if
That's done.
if Eintracht Frankfurt can't do
Winners.
anything.
Tomorrow's done. Napoli and Real Madrid.
So out of all of those,
Out of all those, honestly, I'd only really be bothered about maybe
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah.
After what happened
not
last year.
Bayern doesn't bother you?
Possibly, but not.
I think Bayern and Napoli are my.
I don't think
team
anyone
to
should
kinda
sleep
win it.
on Napoli.
I think Napoli will stand a good chance purely because of,
League's
as you're
wrapped
saying,
up.
yeah, there's not leagues wrapped up, but then also there's not really any team that I feel like is taking it by storm, in my honest opinion. So
No,
I feel
yeah,
like it's
I
up for
agree.
grabs, and they have, for me, a solid defense, a goal scorer up front, that X factor midfielder in Kvisha, and a tactically flexible coach, which helps you in knockout games. So I think Napoli have all the kind of tools to win it, but it would be crazy, wouldn't it?
But wouldn't it be nice?
It would be nice, considering,
Ooh, is
you
that
know,
gonna be?
Did someone?
Maradona passed away last year, Argentina win the World Cup, Napoli follow up with the league title and the Champions League. What better way to crown the man? So
Meal, meal.
I feel like when Real Madrid are in it, they're favourites.
they have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's why you can't overlook Madrid and you can't overlook Bayern Munich, in my opinion. Bayern Munich this season in the league have been very poor, but
I
in the
remember.
Champions League have been different animals, man.
I remember when Real Madrid did it 3 times.
Didn't
That
get-
was wild from Edison. I
He
can't
didn't
even
get the
lie.
ball.
He's actually been on a lot of duddery this year, Edison, as well.
I mean,
man.
he's saying he got the ball, but it didn't look like it from that perspective.
I remember when.
Did he get booked? Did he get anything?
No.
He got away with that.
I remember when Real Madrid won it 3 times in a row. The third time they won it, they weren't even
They
celebrating.
booked the other player.
They were just vibing.
That's outrageous. They booked the Leipzig player.
Yeah.
That's absolutely outrageous.
I've seen worse this
That was
weekend.
mad. I can't
Did you see
imagine.
the
I was
refereeing performances
confused.
this weekend?
Yeah,
Crazy.
horrendous.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was fully confused.
that one in your game.
Oh, Ricardo Pereira. Disgusting tackle on Felix.
Was he booked?
Nope. He was booked for another bad tackle, but a lesser tackle later on.
Terrible.
But yeah, crazy.
So bad. So bad, the officiating. 40
Ooh,
side.
Man City. Why are you doing all that?
Ooh.
What was that all about? There's no need for any of that.
No need. They need to get some composure.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were just
City will always
lapse of
give you chances,
concentration.
man.
They'll be their worst enemies, really.
Yeah, City will always give you chances. They play such a risky style of play.
Half of the time, it's a lapse of concentration. Look,
That's self.
there's no need for this. No need for this.
Again, poor.
He could have easily.
Complacency, that.
Yeah, it's
Rodri
just
as well,
nothing
ball
but
people, so
complacency.
unlike him.
To be fair, I don't really think Edison should have been putting him in that position anyway.
Yeah.
40 sides as City are going deeper into the Champions League. Music to all Arsenal fans' ears. You say that, but Arsenal will keep going as well in the Europa League,
2-2 against Sporting. They have second leg there on Thursday.
which you would.
You would
at
think,
home, they
but
would probably win.
yeah, I mean, it depends if they're going to rest players. Saka looks a bit tired, and obviously Sporting Edwards for Tottenham Academy product. He was ripping up Zinchenko on the right flank, and people have been hyping up the Sporting manager. I don't know him too well. Obviously, he's young, 38 years old.
Almorin.
He showed something. He showed something in that game. They played well, Sporting. So we'll see. I expect Arsenal to go through, but if they go out, I mean, they put a lot of pressure on themselves to win the Prem, because then you're just trying to take something from the season trophy-wise. So, yeah.
I think they're going to want to stay in that.
Yeah, I think momentum-wise, and if you come out of the Europa League and you focus all on the Premier League, if you don't get it, it will be gut-wrenching for them. So
here's hoping. In the chat, everyone is saying that the City check has obviously cleared, because that was a red card all day long.
I wouldn't say red.
1-2. Haaland should have
Absolutely.
Edison,
They shouldn't have
red
put the
card.
player. That was insane.
Edison moving crazy. Clown
no.
on
Oh,
referee.
man. Oh.
It definitely wasn't a red. He should have got booked for it, absolutely, but it wasn't
Yeah.
red.
Oh,
Definitely his.
Go on.
Can we have a quick chat about Jack Grealish, because he's
Yeah.
obviously been much better this season.
Much better.
Much better. I mean, is this the player that you thought you were going to be getting for 100 million?
I guess so. I mean, he lacked consistency though. Even this season, he wasn't at the start of the season being great, but he's picked up the pace. When he's good, if that makes sense.
he should have been booked just now for diving.
But you know what? I would say no. He's not the player I'd expect to get for that price. I would still expect better and more consistent. But he has been better than he was.
I think that price tag is almost,
extortionate.
it's extortionate, but it's a curse, because I can't think of a £100 million player now that's actually been successful. Why there's more flops or more
Like the
Drake
disappointments. Yeah, there's more disappointments than there is actual success stories.
Yeah.
You see Dembele at Barca over 100, Coutinho at Barca over 100. Grealish, Sancho, even
do
the
you
ones.
think?
It's weird.
On Grealish, I don't ever think he was worth 100 million. I think
Yeah.
it was, I guess, smart from Villa to put that in their contract, because they probably
Yeah.
thought no one would pay it. But
Yeah.
I think when I look back to that summer, and you could have got Harry Kane, I think that it was lunacy
To not pay an
to
extra
not
20.
pay for Harry Kane. I mean, I've always said that offer, as far as I'm aware, was not ever particularly, didn't have much force behind it.
What was the
Yeah.
offer?
80.
How much weight?
80. But they paid 100 for Grealish. You wouldn't pay 100 for Kane.
The bid that was on the table
Almost
was
number
80
three.
for Kane, but it was a bit of a half-hearted one, I think, because they always had the iron that they'd get Haaland the following season.
Yeah.
But I still think that
Kane would have been a ridiculous
Kane
player for City.
in the City side,
Yeah.
Would have been ridiculous.
I think you'd have just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. And I think if you look at, I get it from an age perspective, that how old was Jack Grealish when he went there? 24? 24?
Yeah.
25?
Yeah, something
24?
25, yeah.
Kane would have been 28.
But you're paying for
But you're paying for pure class.
Yeah.
And that's not to say I don't rate Jack Grealish as do.
But that's what I mean. I think that is a Pep thing, though.
But I think that Harry Kane, I think potentially you would have won a Champions League,
Yeah.
in my
enough.
opinion.
Fair enough.
I agree. I don't think Jack Grealish was ever really worth the money, but I do think since the World Cup, though, he has definitely
Yeah,
turned a corner.
100%.
And this is probably the best Jack you've probably seen at City The question is now can he keep it up? Because I will say Pep this season has rotated Kevin De Bruyne, has rotated Bernardo Silva, has rotated Foden, has rotated Alvarez. But the one player who he seems to really be given a lot of confidence to seems to be Jack Grealish. So you can only hope kind of, is there a third one? You can hope he can kind of repay him back. I think the problem that Grealish is always going to have is his return in terms of goals and assist contribution, because he plays so high up the pitch. Yeah. People are always going to expect numbers. Yeah. However, if you look at his career, he's never been that. He's always been a 5-6 goals. He kind of tries to influence the game more as a creator. He's what we were talking about with the number 10s. Yeah. He's actually what I would look at as formerly would be a perfect number 10. Yeah. But now you kind of put him in these wide positions, and maybe he doesn't have the physicality or the speed to kind of beat players 1v1. But I guess he's finding new ways to kind of make himself useful in this. I always said I think the biggest adaptation he was going to have was settling into the City team, because at Villa you've got everything going through you. You are the academy kid, you are the number 10, you are the captain. Big
fish in a small pond.
Yeah. Whereas when you come to City, you're just another one of the cog in the machine. Can you outshine KDB? Can you outshine? And I felt like last year there was a lot of the, oh my God, I'm with the big boys. Yeah. Oh, KDB, he's so good in training. Oh my God, Gundogan. Whereas this year I feel like it's taken him a bit of time, but now he's starting to feel like, you know what, maybe I do belong here. Agreed. And that's, to be at the big stage, I think you have to have like big balls.
But I also do think there was a lot of that immaturity of like young footballer into music, into festivals, into whatever else as well. And it's just took a little minute for him to get his head right.
I think it's the mentality thing. It's just
the piss up that he went on after the league title. Oh yeah, I've never seen anything like it.
It was iconic. But do you know what? So would you if you won the Premier League?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I got it for a piss up for a Carabao Cup.
Exactly. Saturday night. Let's have a discussion. Since Abbi and Fuad, how would you react if Spurs signed Kvaratskhelia, Kim Min-jae, and Osimhen in the summer? I'd be baffled. You? Where we've suddenly got this money from.
Surely almost annoyed, because you now Conte's left. Now you want to go get.
I would be angry. I'd be like, yo, I wanted 2 centre backs. What the fuck is this? We got Harry Kane. Why you give me Osimhen?
We'd be like, we're still playing Eric Dyer. We're still not fixing the situation.
Osimhen on the bench for Harry Kane. Richarlison next.
Be happy, bro. I'm telling you.
Listen,
I want 2 centre backs, man. A creative midfielder
and a goalkeeper.
Please.
And
Madison's right there.
We are never paying for James Maddison ever. We're not doing it. There's no point.
Stop this Vardy.
We're not getting Vardy. Last summer, when Bastoni didn't want to come, the option number 2 was Vardy. Why not go get him? Why just say, oh, do you know what?
Vardy probably didn't want to come.
Why? Let's just. Why would he not? Champions League football.
Because he knew what he was on.
London.
He knew his trajectory. It was higher than Tottenham.
Well, he won't be if he goes to Chelsea. He'll be below. He'll be below.
We're in the last 8 of the Champions League. What do you mean below?
You're 10th in the Premier League.
It's a one-off.
It's not actually.
What's your trajectory and what's mine?
Top 4 potentially.
What's your trajectory?
Asterisk.
Long term.
Long term.
Nobody knows their long term.
Go-karting track.
Are you what? You're
Beyonce tour.
Higher than yours. Our long term trajectory is definitely higher than yours.
Would you have said that last year?
I would have said that every year. You're Tottenham. Hold.
I don't have a comeback. I actually don't. I was hoping you want to debate this.
You want to debate this?
That's the second time you brought me and Matisse to pure silence tonight. Like just
I hate
pure,
this guy, man.
Pure silence. Dead trim.
Could be 3.
Just say his trim's dead. Just do that.
Yeah. I've got Instagram receipts anyways. I'm good.
Inek says, haha, can you even as a City fan be happy with the success knowing what you've done behind closed doors and what you can see on the pitch when it comes to referees? Such shameless bullshit.
El Chapo is one of my favourite people in the world. I have no morals.
Fair. Oh, God. Fair point. I'd be fine with it as well, to be fair. I would not mind.
You know what, yeah? When is that F1 track being completed at your stadium?
I don't know, Matisse.
No, this is not a serious thing. Because I know Robbie is 100% going to have us racing on that track.
Yeah, 100%.
As like some sort of DR Sports collaboration with On Track GP. And I'm here for it every single day of the week. That has to be done.
Have to beat you if it's on home soil.
100%.
I don't really like go-karting though.
Do you not?
No.
I love go-karting.
I don't like
go-karting.
Have
you had go-karting?
No.
Wow.
I'll do it. Like, I'll do anything.
I'm not doing it.
I'd rather do the abseiling.
Wait, are you
Go-karting is
talking about
unreal.
the F1 nonsense?
No, I'm talking about driving,
we're
like you
talking about
physically in a
running
go-kart.
Oh yeah, bro, I'm always game for that.
100%.
Bro, you know, my
brilliant.
first time go-karting, I broke someone's arm.
Oh.
So I went
Remind
with.
me not to go next year.
So
Yeah.
everyone's story time.
Go on.
Aside from the Champions League.
Is this the Dodgems at the fair or
Nah,
actual?
so we was in college. I was doing mechanical engineering, and obviously end of the year we all passed. So they were like, "Yo, we're going go karting." I was like, "Fantastic!" So now my group is got all our headgear on. You
Yeah.
put your overalls on, and then they take you to a safety room.
Right.
Now I'm the last one out, so I put all my overalls on. But I thought everyone went to the pits, so I've gone to the pits. Now everyone in the pits has got helmets on.
So you don't know.
I'm seeing people standing around, and some people are getting in cars, and I'm like, all right, cool. I just lined up, got in a car.
You think that's your lot? 'Cause they
I
got
thought
helmets
that's
on.
my group this whole
Right.
time.
Oh my God.
my
I
God.
haven't gone through any safety precautions. So in my head, I'm thinking, you got to remember, this is a guy who grew up his entire life playing Mario Kart.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in my head, I'm
Bumper
like, yo,
cars.
we get in this car.
Oh no.
It's go time,
Oh
baby.
no.
So I get in, Gran Turismo style.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
overtaking. One of the first rules they tell you, no
No
overtaking.
overtaking.
In the first lap.
Mate,
What does
I
Fuad
was
do?
screwed. So you know,
Leaves
like that
everybody
on
behind.
the red when you're going. Brrr,
Yeah.
I'm all like, yeah, trying to cut the corner.
Yeah.
The first matey I cut off,
Yeah.
veered off into the track and went into some rubber tires on the side. Turns out I'm having the time of my life going around the track. This guy's in a fucking pit wall, arm broken the entire.
Oh my God.
So someone comes running across the track, waving black flag like this. Get in now! And I'm like, the fuck I do? What are you mad at me for? Like, I'm beaten, man. I'm overtaken. What's wrong? Bruh, they were livid. And mind you, I'm now final corner coming in, and I'm seeing my group coming out of the tunnel. I'm like, oh. It's all making sense now.
Did you apologise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, no, I apologise to like the guys who are running it. I didn't
Sign
see
his
the
bit-
guy.
sign his
The guy
pass.
got taken straight
To
into an
hospital.
ambulance.
Straight into an ambulance,
I
man.
said,
If,
yeah.
if that guy's watching it,
Fuad from Diaz.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate.
oh,
Is it gonna count?
I don't even know.
Are they
It
giving
is.
that?
It's
It
gonna
has.
count. Yeah, it's gonna
Ruben
count.
Diaz.
Damn. 3-0. Done. Dusted.
3-0.
What did I say? Prediction
before
4-0.
half time. Fuad had 4-2.
Bro, that's jokes. That's something.
Hey.
That's something I can imagine you doing as well.
Bro, I swear to you, it was one of the funniest things. But everyone went for like the next 2 hours they're driving. I'm sat there on the balcony just fucking
Crying.
Yeah.
like, yo.
What, did they say you're not allowed back out?
Yeah, I'm not allowed back out. Come on, man. I was just, I was
broke someone's
banned
arm.
from the facility. I can't come another time. I think it's in Rye or something like
We're
that.
taking you down there undercover to see if you get
Bruv.
away.
Hey, that would be lit.
This is our friend Fuizzi. Not Fuad, this Fuizzi.
Having another look at that goal.
He crosses the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over anyway, regardless.
It's over. It's a goal.
Well-
It will stand. It's 3-0, and we're about to head into half time.
This is what you tune in for, top tier analysis.
Yes.
You were told that RB Leipzig had nothing to bring to the table tonight. I'm sure you already knew, but just in case you didn't, here you are.
Any
What-
questions to be asked over Garvador? A
To be
few.
fair, it's just it's just a mess. Just everything is just a mess back there. Do you know what it is with Vardy? I'm interested to see how he defends in another team now, because I think RB Leipzig are just exposed regardless, and he's kind of always the guy that has to recover, and that's what we know him for. But in a different team, there's going to be a lot more structure than this.
Yeah. That's a hat trick for Haaland before half time. So that is.
No.
Was it Haaland that got it, or was
Where was
it?
Diaz?
Where is the Haaland
That went down as
hat-trick?
Haaland.
People are saying
I said
Haaland hat
3
trick.
goals there.
They're saying
Diaz
Haaland
didn't
hat.
get it.
He crossed the line from Diaz, no.
I think Haaland got that.
They've given it to Haaland, yeah.
Okay.
So either way, okay, Haaland 2,
All right.
Haaland 3, either way.
Nice.
Three goals to
Pad.
City. Three
Absolute
goals to
stat
City, we'll
pad.
find out. But anyway, it is half time. Porto Inter, it's it's still 0-0. There was a chance there for Porto. They're in it. They're in it. Hopefully.
Not
So
much
you're
of an
really
entertaining
for
game,
them,
to be
innit?
fair.
I need to have one team left.
Oh.
I need to have one team left that I've got an interest in. I've got
Damn,
an
it doesn't
interest
go
in.
in. Shit.
Let's read you guys some of your chats. Just on the Kane stuff, there was a lot of you. So LHS says Kane is washed. I don't know what washed you're looking at. You're washed. If you think Kane is washed. I heard someone on the radio the other night, right, say they would rather have Tammy Abraham than Harry Kane.
Foolishness.
I'm pretty sure
Foolishness.
it was a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, foolishness.
I mean, I literally, when you're like in disbelief, and I'm like,
Even they
Pure
don't believe that, man.
Let's,
what?
Yeah.
Like, you've actually called national radio to give that tape.
TalkSport.
There are others available, but yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah. It was absolutely
Some people are just
mental.
trolling, you know.
Yeah, he's trolling, 100%.
It was wild.
You know, some people just call in to wind up the...
Yeah, facts.
And just create...
Has to be.
Yeah.
Stephen Williams says, Kane has got dust and cobwebs in his trophy cabinet. No, the club has
Yeah,
dust
that's
and
what we said
cobwebs.
before.
Not the
Didn't we?
man.
Thank
John Pierre, love the name, very French. Kane definitely should have went to City. He would be much closer to Shearer's record by now. Yeah, he'd be getting loads in. Jules says 2 spuds, as in you and I, Fuad, blowing Kane's trumpet. You don't pay top dollar for old meat. Kane is on the way out. Did not Kane reach Champions League final? What happened? This stream is too funny. Well, actually, Kane didn't technically reach the Champions League final. He was in the Champions League final, but he was injured for the
Semi-final.
The semis. Did he play at City?
Don't remember.
Did he play at City? No, he got injured in the first leg at home.
Yeah.
So that's an incorrect point, Jules.
Maybe
okay.
Kane is the problem.
Shut up. You shut up your mouth, yeah.
After all that Lampard disrespect, I think I got something cooking.
Hey.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Turn that
He didn't
gas
win the
down.
Carabao Cup on the Martin Yo. He wasn't there for that. What? You going back to 05?
We're going there. Okay. All right. Okay. M. Ravator on the super chat says, Abby, I actually agree with you about the Kane versus Haaland debate. That was a great click in your back, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that was unreal. I agree with you about the Kane and Haaland debate. Kane in City with his touch, passing and finishing would have been a cheat code. I think so. Bend over. Thank you. Said, is Grealish, I wanted to read your point. So up to you if you want to get baited or not. Is Grealish doing enough? No, he's not, in my opinion.
That's mad.
I wanted to read your point.
That's
I
mad.
took the bait.
That's mud.
Bend over.
Yeah, I know.
That's mad.
I took the bait because I just wanted to read the thing.
Mud.
You had your moment in the sun.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Drew Ellis says, how would you feel if Ollie come to Spurs? Want Solskjaer?
Excuse me? How is that
The
even a
disrespect
thought?
is crazy.
Lord of mercy, please.
Lord have mercy. Okay, well, it is half time.
And we have a fantastic ad we can play.
We do. Let's roll the tape.
There you are.
Conte is a fraud, blood. I was like, Mum, why, blood? Why do you support Tottenham? We top the group, we top the group, we top the group. Best of Enemies, check it out on the DR Sports YouTube channel right now.
Come check out DR Sports Talking Tactics right now with me and Matisse. We go through Chelsea's resurgence, 3 wins in a row under Graham Potter. Arsenal, are they the most tactically impressive team in the league right now? And Man United had to play with 10 men for a lot of the game because of Casemiro's red card. What is the best way to play with 10 men? We'll explore all that and even touch on Bournemouth and Liverpool with Philip Billings' form. Maybe seeing Bournemouth stay up. Come join us on DR Sports Talking Tactics.
And we're back.
There we are.
So, halftime analysis.
I would say, listen, job done for City, man. Came what they needed to do.
Rest
at
players,
home. Yeah. Now that, yeah, literally, I would say second half. Now they can kind of rest players. I think this is what you wanted. 3-0 up. Kind of now you can focus, look ahead to the Premier League. But RB Leipzig, hey man, the game is the game.
They're one of those teams that they always get to this stage every season or every other season if they maybe go Europa. And
Wasn't there a year they got to a semi-final? What was that, COVID year, wasn't it? That one leg.
Who?
the German teams took
Leipzig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it was them and Leon in the semi-final. Weirdest
that was like-
semi-final.
but that was a
and
weird-
City
Oh,
and PSG
one
were on the
half
other side. Yeah.
each,
Yeah.
over. Well, it would have been Bayern. Bayern won it in COVID year.
Bayern, yes.
Bayern
It was
beat Barca.
Bayern and PSG were
Yes,
the ones
and
that
then
beat Leon and...
Well, that was a weird year. I don't remember most of that Champions League
yeah,
campaign.
because they were all one leg.
I remember Barcelona slapping Bayern Munich slapping Barcelona up.
In
I
the
remember
semis.
that. Yeah, I remember that.
Quarters.
Quarters. Yeah, I remember that.
But that was a weird time. You know, that was like 3 years ago almost.
Yeah.
Week of Cheltenham. Remember, it was like super spreader week. It was like they had Cheltenham, and then it was a Liverpool Atletico that week.
Was it one leg? They weren't one leg, Fred, were they?
They were.
Yeah.
COVID Champions League was one leg.
So where was it? Just neutral stadium.
Just neutral stadium was
Yeah.
one leg, yeah. No atmosphere, nothing.
Nothing.
You had players shouting, man on! Hey, that was a good time, man.
Oh yeah.
Wild time.
So weird when you think about
Proper
it.
wild time in life.
Yeah, but City will be happy with this 3-0. I think the penalty's very soft, though, that was given in my eyes. I'm like, I mean, the guy's looking away. I know it's in an unnatural position, but still, I mean, it scrapes the hand. And the minute you got 1-0 down from that, it's just kind of a slippery slope from there, isn't it? But
yeah, it is. But I mean, I guess it's to be expected. I mean, as you all said, that Leipzig, they're very open at the back. City, the way they play, it was always kind of inevitable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The
thing is, Haaland's got a hat-trick now as well. He'll be happy with that. What's his Champions League record at the moment as well?
What did you say?
His Champions League record at the moment must be crazy as well. And look, the second goal comes so quickly after kick-off. They've literally kicked off, gone back to keeper,
rattled,
fumbled.
Absolutely rattled.
That's what they do, man. That's what they do. I remember when they played the Liverpool
Look at this. Look at this KDB.
Great from De Bruyne.
That would have been so good.
Gutted that didn't go in for him.
Same.
Generational shot that.
Wow, you're crazy now. See this guy? Watch him. He's going to be running this thing for the next few years. Crazy.
Listen,
Ridiculous.
you all heard it. Start of the game, they were saying, "Oh, where's KDB? Where's KDB?" He said, "I'm here, blood."
It's easy when you only play once a week, isn't it? If that.
That's a cheap, John. That's a cheap shot.
Man's fully fresh. Didn't play against Palace, did he? Did he start against Palace? Was he out?
Oh, man. I feel sorry for
Yeah.
Ruben Diaz there, man.
He started against Palace. Oh.
so.
Look, Ruben Diaz,
Ruben
he
Diaz
got that.
did
It
the
goes
hard
on the
work.
line. Look, it's going in. It's go. Oh, nah, you would have cleared it
And
out.
it's Haaland.
Yeah,
for
needed
the
needed to
hat-trick.
be
It needed Haaland's.
needed a little stat pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely questions over Edison.
many goals has he got?
He escaped without even a booking. He came flying out of his goal.
I'm sorry, that should be a red. I mean, that's two questionable decisions there already. I'm like, that
think-
first
I'm
penalty,
not gonna
kind of
disagree,
shaky.
yeah.
Keeper should have
disagree.
been. You should be 10-0, 10 men.
I don't think it was a red. I feel like that is a bit extreme.
Oh, he was last man.
He did.
That's Haaland's on 37 goals this season. Now.
Last
Nearly
man.
40.
What's he on in the Premier League now?
20. Yeah, 20.
I
28.
think he's got 7 goals
28.
to break the record. Jesus.
Yeah, he's on 28 in the Premier League. 28 and 26.
So wait, Salah's record was 34.
I thought it was 32.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, let's read some more of your chats. Miles says Man City have no fan base. All their fans just became since 2008.
Oh
and
yeah,
have never
all their
struggled
fans
with
just
a
came
team.
when the money came. Blah 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 blah. Fake glory hunters, we know.
Tell us your story.
Next
Gameday.
chat,
How
fuck
did you become a City fan?
Right, record this because then I can just press the button to say it again. Basically, I grew up in Manchester. Obviously, as you can hear by the accent, all my family are City fans. Didn't really have a choice, to be honest. And I'm from the side of Manchester where people are City fans, not Salford, where the United fans are. And that is basically it. But all of this, there's no real fan base. The biggest clubs in the world, their fan base is from everywhere, because what happens is whatever team is doing the best at the time, that is who a lot of people choose to support. So you could say that about every club, that there's no real fan base. Like, what are you going to go and watch Brentford or Droylsden Football Club, like a local team, Salford FC? Just chill, bro. So
Okay,
Just tell him.
Yeah, and also Kennedy is doing self-defence now as well. So you don't
Right.
want to
Where's
mess
the
with it.
line drawn in Manchester? More of a question
Salford.
there. Like,
Trafford Centre,
'cause
sure.
I've never been to Manchester.
Right down the
Moss side.
They talk about blue side and red side. I want to know where the line is. Like,
Withenshaw.
To be honest, if you went all the
Kinda
way
rashes.
back, the main road was in South Manchester, and the United Stadium is in Old Trafford, which would be classed as South Manchester as well. But as soon as Main Road got knocked down, they built it in like literally 5 minutes from the city centre in the regenerative area, which is classed as like what they call it Eastlands.
okay.
It's like East Manchester, so yeah.
I would love it if there was just like you just can't go on the other side. Like, this is Man United, this is Man City. Like,
Well, it's
you're not
literally
lines are
like
too
that.
blurred.
In like Liverpool, it is like
But there's
that.
now round
You can't
there,
really cross
like,
the park.
obviously there's houses and stuff around the United Stadium, but
Yeah.
it's not like
Yours is more like
City-
a.
I've
it's
been
like
to
Ancoats,
cities.
isn't it? Near enough. It's Beswick, but it's near enough.
Yours is more like a facility.
Yeah, it's,
like
it's,
stepping
it's
into.
they've got it's an Asda.
Yeah,
Asda.
Asda Eastlands.
Yeah, Asda.
Big one.
Apart from the car
Theirs is
park.
like a complex now.
Yeah,
They
it's
got
like
new training
you've
ground.
got to like you've got to kind of drive to it or whatever. You've got to get some type of
So if I'm
transport
going-
to it.
If you're
And
in
then-
Man City, it's a
I've got-
complex.
Yeah,
It's like
you
going to
park
Google.
in Asda.
or Sky.
You can park in Asda, or you can park in there.
Yeah.
But
Whereas Man United is like in the community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like where you're walking up.
Which
the
kind of
terrace.
stadium do you prefer, I
Good
guess?
question.
I prefer
But you
terraces.
say that. You say it's in that's in the community and City's in, but City's you go like this with a pound, and on the other side of the road is the council estate and the housing estate.
And that's the thing. I'm like, I don't know, because I think like from a Spurs perspective, coming out of those games sometimes, I don't like that, man.
No, the traffic is.
I like that. Yeah, sometimes I like it when you're going to them cities
just
that
tell
are plotted
you-
in the middle of nowhere.
Can I tell
and
you
it's
how
just
long
like,
it took
you know
me?
what?
Olympic
everyone-
Park, wonderful. Loads of
Just
space
boom.
to walk. Boom.
Yeah,
On
even
it.
Wembley to an extent.
Yeah,
I'll say.
Wembley.
Yeah, Wembley's good
I
as well.
live right in half an hour from Tottenham. Okay. Last time I went after the Chelsea game when we beat Chelsea, to get up, and I drive, to get up the road to the end of the road, right? Just to get to the end of the road, literally like maybe like I think it's like what's half a mile?
Half a mile.
It's quicker to walk.
It actually is.
Let me say, it was quicker for me to walk home. It took me 1 hour and 15 minutes to move to the end of the road. I was also halfway up the road.
No.
So by the time I then got on the dual carriageway, I was then home within 15 minutes, but it took me an hour and 15 to get to the dual carriageway.
It's long.
I was fuming.
Seven Sisters Road, the way that because when I went Tottenham away under Lampard, where we beat you, and I think you had Jose Mourinho in charge.
Yeah.
That was honestly one of the best away days ever.
Was it?
It was unbelievable,
Was it?
especially because Jose Mourinho was in your dugout as well. Willian got 2 goals. You remember 2 colours?
No.
You guys remember?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's great.
Do you know
I think it was the first game we
Wanna
played.
Is there a story to this point?
Sorry, I'm sorry. You know me. I
We just talk about traffic
nostalgia.
jams.
What can you
Do
do?
you know when I'm on these streams, yeah? It's like a part of my brain I can't access it to get my words out in a natural way. And then every time I speak, I think, why did I just say that? And why did I word it like that?
That's Jason tapping into you.
I think
just
there's
trying to get
something coming out the aircon that is making me a bit weird. But life.
Do you think there's something in the aircon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes us say like crazy opinions and then they get to
Definitely.
clip them.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's my excuse now.
I blame every bad opinion on
I love
that.
that we're all now looking at the aircon.
I give such a good opinions on my channel, and then when I come here, the aircon just messes me up.
It
Something in the
is.
atmosphere.
To be fair, Fuad sitting right under it. So
I
that
actually
wouldn't-
can string
Damn the
it.
virus.
Hence that De Bruyne comment.
Let's read through some of your messages, shall we? Raymondo says Kane is overhyped. Trophyless merchant.
Wow.
Have some respect, man.
Tell me how you really feel.
Trophyless merchant. I've never heard that one
Trophyless
before.
merchant. That's new.
That's crazy.
Mad. Gemini says London is much better than Manchester. Kane made the right choice. I don't think so, actually. I reckon Manchester's much cooler. Axel D says Kane would be the best all-time NFL quarterback. He wouldn't be a quarterback, he'd be a kicker if he was going to be in the NFL. He's not big enough to be a quarterback. Miles Britton says Man City have no fan base again.
guys.
Star-Lord says Kane is top tier. Sheikh says Kane is an elite player. Sad he doesn't have the trophies to match his stature. Michelle says Kane can't polish Benzema's boots. Ridiculous.
I think that's a problem. Benzema's one of the greatest strikers of all time.
Axel says Kane is the best complete striker since the 90s. I absolutely agree. Kane is the most complete striker.
Let me ask a question to the chat. Start, sub, sell. Suarez, Benzema, Lewandowski.
I knew he was going to do it.
I knew
He was never doing that.
Selling Lewandowski.
I knew it, man. That's why I didn't want to include Lewandowski, because I feel like people are going to sell him too quick.
Sell him.
All right, start or sub. Just start or sub. Forget the sell.
Are we talking that their
Start or sub,
peak, their peaks
Benzema
or their career?
or Suarez?
Peaks or career?
Don't matter.
Don't matter.
Don't matter. You got them two on the wall there. Prime of their powers, peak of their powers, most informed version of them.
I'm still starting.
You have one position left on the team. Who
still-
are you
We're back
starting?
underway, by the way.
I'm still starting Suarez
Suarez?
and benching Benzema. I just feel like Suarez's
Abbi, where you
peak
going?
is just too mad.
Suarez or Benzema?
Suarez or
too much.
Benzema? Who are you starting?
Benzema.
Both at the peak of their
Benzema.
powers. Benzema.
Benzema. No offense to Suarez fans.
Where you going, Kennedy?
Suarez is a bag of tricks.
Where you
man.
going? Suarez or Benzema?
Benzema.
Ooh,
What about you? What about you?
I'll be honest, I gotta go Suarez. I
Oh, we've
think
got a tie.
Suarez is, if he didn't do the shenanigans,
Facts.
He did.
But he did.
I still called him the first one.
I would have him so high. I would be running the craziest prop, but I can't.
Nah, I can't run Suarez.
So,
bit too
but
many
I
people
do
as well.
have to respect him. When man, that guy, bruv, he was a problem. And the thing is, I'm not even going to do the thing where every Liverpool fan wants me to gas up and talk about his season over there. No, I'm talking about the years he was at Barcelona.
I'm
talking about
Neymar,
the-
Messi.
Yeah, a joke. But you can't.
Crazy.
Look, there's not much between them because you also look at Benzema and. He even at Madrid when Ronaldo was still there, he was playing he was playing second fiddle essentially. But what an amazing team player he was, and he's a
You know what
joke.
the thing is though? I think Benzema got the respect on his name after Ronaldo left.
After.
I feel like everyone started to look at it and be like, oh, Ronaldo's the main guy in that team, or if Ronaldo doesn't turn it, it'll be Bale. It wouldn't be Benz. Benz is almost like the third wheel. And I feel like the way he put that team on his back for that 2-year, 18-month spell where he said no. The wrist strap Benzema, I call it. Wow. So during that period, I got to
Suarez
give him
was
full credit.
never the C in that front line.
Yeah.
It was. They were all just
that was the
good,
thing.
and that was what was very impressive because it's so easy to go to see Messi and fall. And kind of become the B side or the C side, but no, they said we will all rise together.
So crazy.
It was crazy.
That trio when they linked up MSN. I remember looking at it and thinking, which one's gonna be the? I've got to fall back and pass to the guys. Because I remember. Do you remember David Villa was the early addition where when he came, he
Pedro,
was like,
David
I'm
Villa,
gonna go left
Messi.
wing. I'm a Messi. I'll cater to you.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like, bro, you was a gunman.
Yeah.
You're Spain's all-time gunman. I'm like,
Yep.
But even Henry, when he came, he said, no,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll take the side piece. I'll go on the left wing.
Yeah.
Those three, though, Neymar was the next one up.
Yeah.
Messi was the guy. And
Yeah.
Suarez was the guy in terms of number 9s.
Yeah.
And I feel like when he
was
went
fake.
to Barcelona, he just went another level. Some of the goals, some of the volleys, some of the touches.
Is that the best front three you've ever seen? It's the best front three I've seen.
Yeah. Best
Yeah,
front.
I mean,
That- it was
how can it
fake.
not?
Sure.
How can it not be?
It was a fake front
Because
three.
let's be honest, front threes are only a thing of like the last 15 years or so. And those three,
They used to be front twos.
All right.
the
So
biggest
who's the better one then? MSN or?
don't say these fraudulent French lot.
I'm just putting on paper.
I don't even want to
I'm
hear
not
these
even-
names.
I'm
just
not
putting
even a
I'm
conversation.
putting a question out there to
These
the chat.
men should be taken to court for their fraudulence.
It's not even a
Who
conversation.
this Messi compared to that Messi? No. Please.
They still, it's still two
That
out
Neymar
of,
versus this
it's
Neymar?
still 2 out of the 3.
It's true, but it's not even a
It's
conversation.
still
But
2 out of
even
3,
if you
and
compare
arguably you
those
now
two-
have the youngest, the best and youngest.
Oh, this is
I
too
think
easy.
that was going to go in there.
Gundogan
Kai
with the goal.
Gundogan.
4-0, and it's
Hey,
only
man.
been
I didn't think there was
48
enough
My
minutes.
score's still on route.
Golazzo.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, you've got the best young striker in the world, in Mbappe.
Yeah.
You've got the same Messi, the same Neymar.
Not the same.
That's
That's the key of it. That's the key of it. It's not the same, is it? It's not the same. And I look at Suarez. I don't know. Hold on. That's you just led me somewhere else.
Oh, I've led him astray.
Mbappe now or Suarez at MSN?
I'm still
Taking
who?
Suarez. I'm not Mbappe. Gilly. Nah, man. That is a
them cheeky
quality
nutmegs.
finish, though,
Them
man.
cheeky
That's a
nutmegs
good
for
goal.
David Luiz.
That's
I'm
a
still
cheeky
taking
nutmeg
Suarez.
from
Do
Gundo
you know
there.
what it was for me? Yeah, Suarez could sit 3-4 people down in a row.
Yeah.
and keep it moving, and the variety of goals as well was nuts.
Can I counter that?
Mbappe
could breeze past 3-4
Yeah,
men.
he's breezing. But Suarez, so I hear you, right? Mbappe's breezing past 3-4 people. Suarez is sitting down 3-4 people with skill.
Ask Barcelona fans how many of their defenders he sat down in the box last year.
You're a bad
Hey
guy.
man, I just know people like to look at Mbappe like a P&P merchant,
But I will say Mbappe's going to clear him career-wise. Obviously, he's
Yeah.
going to clear him. So yeah, Mbappe's going to walk him
That's a good
career-wise.
call,
But if I'm still at Suarez's peak, I'm still looking at it. I'm still looking at it for me, just slightly. But it's tough. Good question. Very
Okay,
good question.
it's 4-0 Manchester City, Leipzig. It's 5-1 in aggregate. It's still 0-0 in the Porto Inter game. I'm hoping there's going to be a goal in this game. Just want to get it a bit spicier. Sandip on the super chat said, "This is the worst hat trick ever scored. Complete corruption." I mean, there have been some questionable things tonight.
Yeah,
from a
I can't
Man
lie
City
to you.
perspective.
City should have a red card. That first penalty shouldn't have been given. I will say that.
You don't think they should have given the first penalty?
It's too
All right,
soft
if it
for
was
me.
Spurs.
I don't like any penalties that's too soft. And I'll be honest, even there have been many Spurs penalties that have been given,
Really?
and I'm like, that shouldn't be a penalty. But I'll take it.
Yeah, we take it. We'd absolutely take it. I'm just
I think,
reading
like,
through all of
if you look at the
these.
player,
There's
he
lots.
wasn't even facing the ball, and it's scuffed almost like the. Just
Did we read that one? Peak Suarez.
Unintentional.
I'm about to read.
Oh, you're about
No,
to.
go on.
Oh,
go,
yeah.
go for it. I'm scrolling down.
Peak Suarez, top 5 ever. He's a real life villain.
Agree. And that is what I will say. I think for me, Suarez genuinely is the greatest football villain or heel, if you like, of all time. You look at the Premier League when he was here. You look at him when he was part of MSN. You look at him at any World Cup he's been to.
The Liverpool
The SAS.
SAS.
Yeah. But then also don't forget the whole... What other football player do you know that has an entire beef with a whole country? And not only that, he drags that beef over 10 years and then he still wins the beef. Bro,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah, that's mad. Ghana,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
that's wild.
The hold he has Ghanaians to this
wild,
day.
yeah.
If they hear the name Suarez, just watch their reaction.
Would you wear Suarez top in Ghana?
Yeah. Just for bants. Just for bants. I know I'd get chased.
Yo, that would be a video. That's a video. That's a vlog. That's a vlog.
Send me.
Somebody send us to Ghana with a Suarez top.
Hey, Robbie, send the
Will you
budget.
make it back alive? It will be mad.
A free kick for Porto, just absolutely hopeless. Nitsika says, I love Matisse, man. The guy is too funny. Hakeem says, Moussa Dembele gave birth to HG cuts as well. Do you understand that?
HD cut.
Moussa Dembele gave birth to HG cuts.
Has he got?
as well.
Has he got
Cuts is
shares?
the barber
Has he
that
got shares?
does all the
Has he got stocks?
footballers'
Oh
hair.
my god,
What does he mean by
brother,
that?
this is too easy.
No.
Do you see how disrespectful it's gonna get?
No, no,
Do you see what I'm saying?
no. This is going to be a long night.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was right.
This is
This is bully ball. This is
Do
bully
you
ball.
see what I'm saying about
but
this
is-
Leipzig team?
This is what the first half should have been in that first leg,
in the
though.
first leg. It was a training session.
5-0 Manchester City against Leipzig. 6-1 on aggregate. 53 minutes gone.
Nah, man.
RB Leipzig. pulling
Haaland
it
with the
shorts up, man.
fourth. Yeah, I mean, I'm
God damn.
shocked.
Have some decorum.
Oh my god.
No
guys.
grace.
Just having a look at
great.
it again. I'm watching Vardy.
You were worried.
the whole
Look how
You see
wide
how I was so
open
shocked why you
Silva
was
is at
worried?
the back post. I'm sorry, that is criminal.
This is why I was so.
I can't
so
lie
shocked
to you.
that you
Vardy
was
has been
worried.
poor this game.
Nah, that is a leap, though. Can we acknowledge
No,
that?
it is.
Fucking
But
hell.
again, the positioning, everything.
Clawed it out,
Give
man.
it back to me.
This goalkeeper must be sick of this defense, man. He must be sick
The
of this
defending
defense.
is poor.
This goalkeeper must be sick of this defense, man. Look at him.
Oh, he passes it back. No.
Nah, this poor goalkeeper don't
It's
deserve
poor
this, man.
defending. It's poor
Goalkeeper don't deserve it,
goalkeeping.
man. He doesn't deserve all this. It's crazy.
And it's fine.
Arvin says Suarez won La Liga Golden Boot during an era of Messi and Ronaldo.
Crazy.
S says Benzema is phenomenal. The Demonat says it's Suarez. Mabusi says Benzema over Suarez. Dom Robinho says, guys, Benzema has been doing the last couple of years. The other two have been doing it for way longer. I disagree on Benzema. I think you're not looking at
Benzema's-
the overall
come on, folks.
the overall game.
Benzema's always
Jack
been-
Grealish has come off.
Fod's coming on.
Phil Foden.
I like to call him Fod Slap.
Fod what?
Phil Fod Slap
Fod slap.
instead of Foden.
Why?
You don't know what a Fod Slap is?
No, is this a northern
Are
thing?
you fucking serious?
Yeah.
You never been slapped on the Fod?
What's the Fod?
Oh, what?
You don't want?
Yeah.
Go on then, do it to him.
Come then.
Oh. Why are you joining in? You didn't even know where it was. Now you're suddenly giving out foot slaps. Why are you giving out foot slaps? You don't know what foot slap is. Are you from North? Is that another thing?
It's a short for forehead.
Oh, that's too funny.
That's gonna be a thing that you bring down to the
You
preview.
know what's a good one, you know when you get that, yeah.
Oh, and get your nails on it as
Well,
well.
like that.
Hey, no,
Get a little palm.
That's a good one.
no, we don't need
No.
that.
Anyway, back to the chats. Nuclear Atom said Benzema makes the whole team tick.
True.
True.
Right now, he does. Yeah, he's the guy.
It's very 50-50. Helicopter
Do you remember
says
when-
Prime Suarez. It's very 50-50.
I hear it, but I think also, if I'm honest, I think recency bias definitely favours Benzema as well in terms of when people are answering. I think the people forget that there were spells and periods where I don't know. I feel like Benzema couldn't brush Suarez's boots in my eyes, especially maybe those first 4 or 5 years at Madrid. I would say Benzema was good and definitely one of the best strikers in Europe, but I wouldn't ever have him in any
XL.
But conversation like that. I would say definitely the last 3 or 4 years for me have been like, yo, you know what? Put some respect on this guy's name.
I feel
but
like
I think Suarez,
This is
at
ridiculous,
all
isn't it?
points,
Oh, God.
I was looking at him like this guy could potentially be an all-timer. When he was at Ajax, I was thinking if this guy gets a big
Oh
move,
my
he
goodness.
could be an all-timer.
But I feel like Benzema's unlucky in a sense because he was such a team player and he was so accommodating. I feel like it's a similar case with Wayne Rooney almost.
Do you know what's annoying about that? It wasn't always that. Go see him at Lyon.
Oh, of course. I remember the Vinicius moment.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
a case of I felt like
he's playing
in
against
Madrid,
us.
he came and then maybe the goals weren't flowing as time. But that's what you do. Sometimes when you're not scoring, how do you make yourself useful? And I think he is one of the best examples of, all right, if the game ain't going for me, how am I going to adapt?
Teamwork,
Yeah.
And he adapted.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
a piss
Bro.
take.
No, I'm sorry.
Nah,
This is
end
ridiculous.
the stream, man. What are we doing?
This is ridiculous.
What is this?
This is like some this is some FIFA shit.
Can we just go home?
What is this? This is not the Champions
Blood!
This is not the Champions League.
This
We're
is-
going to win the Champions League, guys. I can't believe this.
You need to win the Premier League.
This don't make it.
Why can't you do this against Forest, yeah, and pick up 3 points?
I
Vardio,
don't care.
Vardio, listen, your bid's sharp, but it's not going to count for anything,
Shit,
man.
then.
Yeah,
Can
it's
I
not
just
going to
tell
count
you,
for
right?
nothing.
I'm convinced that a DNA
crazy.
test. I'm going to get an
Right,
ancestry.com
but-
notification.
Look at the state of it.
And it's going to say you have got a new ancestry thing to explore, and it's going to be Haaland, and then I'm going to be rich.
Now look at this.
Haaland is going to hit 40 goals in this game
This is insane.
for the season. He's going to hit 40 goals in this game. Every time.
Can I just
look
say?
Look at this.
Can't you
Nah,
imagine
it's
us being linked to this keeper? No.
This is beginner mode on FIFA. That's what this is.
This is awful. This is 6-0.
No, but I don't. I'm
6-0.
trying to gauge whether it's like right place, right time.
Or is he
Is
from
this just
from the
like
future?
God saying, "Yo, here's a couple
8
goals for you"?
attempts, 8 on target, 5 goals.
He's from the
Bro,
future.
this
He's
is-
genuinely from the future. He knows where the ball's going to be.
This is wild. This is absolutely wild. Killid Smalls said,
Still
can I
half
read
an hour
his
to go.
super chat? I did. I read it right at the start of the show when you sent it in. I'm sorry if you missed it. Laser Gaming says, Benzema hasn't done anything in the Prem. Well, that's because he hasn't played here. Sugar says, Suarez is clear. It's opinion.
It's anybody's guess.
It is everyone's opinion.
gonna be 9-0,
Hakeem,
you know.
Hakeem says, peak Suarez to be top 5 ever. He's a real life villain.
RB Leipzig are an embarrassment. to
Listen,
the-
obviously,
to the
big up
competition.
Haaland, yeah, but that keeper is shit.
I'm telling you, Spurs are going to be linked with him at some point.
It's so bad. It's
You need a keeper.
embarrassing.
That's what I mean. They'll say, oh, RB Leipzig keeper Blasic. And I'll be
Oh,
like,
look at her. She's flown all the way there and she's stood in the fucking cold of her hot chocolate to get battered.
she got a forehead though.
She got
yeah. this Abbi, you're fodded.
Oh, mate. Shit, man.
And Boosie says, if Ronaldo was less selfish at Madrid, then people would have rated Benzema more earlier.
Now they're blaming Ronaldo. Is that what they're saying?
looks that way.
Now they're saying they wish Ronaldo wasn't there to deliver them the 5 Champions Leagues. See how ungrateful people become.
Football's fickle.
It
You lot
is
made
so
me
fickle.
sick. You lot made me sick.
Maybe he would have played better with Messi.
Who? Who are you talking about?
Benzema.
Why did you want to bring Messi into this? Why?
It was unnecessary. Midway says, Suarez played second fiddle and still outscored Ronaldo in 15-16.
Say that again?
Suarez played second fiddle to Messi and still outscored Ronaldo in 15-16 season.
No. Listen, Ronaldo was... not Ronaldo. Suarez was actually fake during those Barcelona years. Like, I really... Like, you don't understand how much it hates... When I hate someone, I hate them with all my heart. But to remove that hate from my heart takes a lot. And Suarez did it.
Yeah.
I still hate him, but just not
Thing
as
is,
much.
he's not likable.
And this is the
so
thing.
many reasons,
Bro,
but yet he
now I
continues to
like
get
him
his
because he's
accolades
so
because
not
he's
likable.
just
you
that.
can respect him from
Yeah,
a footballing
you have to. Yeah,
instinct,
you have
just
to because
not
he's just that
personal.
good,
Bro.
Yeah, you have to because he's just that good.
I
Yeah.
want to be Haaland at this point.
If you put your hair in a bun,
Yeah.
Have you got a bubble?
Question.
I don't.
I'm
actually.
genuinely asking this as a question.
Channel it.
I need to also grow back
Have
on
we
the
ever
right
seen
foot.
anyone score 5 goals in the Champions League game?
No.
No, Lewandowski did it. Did he not? No,
That's
that was
what
in Bundesliga,
I
sorry,
think that might be.
Bundesliga.
I don't know if we've ever seen it. Let's
No, someone's definitely done it.
Let's find out.
Let me get the Googles.
Messi got 4 in one game.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, he was doing the whole bloody celebration in our faces, man. Wasn't that against Leverkusen or Arsenal?
Was it Arsenal?
Let me check.
No, was it Arsenal?
Let me
He got
check.
4.
Champions
He got 4 against
League.
Arsenal. Was it Messi?
I mean,
Leverkusen.
it's 6-0, 7-1 on aggregate.
He's
This
gonna
is
get 'em.
meant to be the elite of
Yeah,
elites.
Lionel Messi became the first player to score against Leverkusen in 2012. I was bang on.
Haaland going to break that record tonight.
Haaland is going to break that record.
Rev.
This is crazy.
Rev.
Okay, lots of you still talking about this Suarez shot, but I'm going to try and move this forward a little bit. Someone said Rooney and Tevez are clear.
Oh,
Rooney and Tevez clear of who?
Don't know. They just said Rooney and Tevez clear.
who are they taking off?
But we respect everyone's opinion.
Haaland.
Some of you don't like the fact I said Benzema. That's
Haaland
absolutely
coming
your...
off. This is mad from Pep.
Just-
No, he took him off. Oh, Pep, you're a bad man. Nah, Pep, you're a bad guy, man. You
On
can't
the
do
verge
that.
of breaking a record and you want to take me off.
taking
I
him
will
off.
spit in
Is he
your
doing
face.
it? Is he taking him off?
Surely not.
You can't do that, Pep.
Well, Timo Werner is coming off.
Oh my days.
Nah, that's nasty.
Surely
That's
not.
nasty from
I
Pep.
don't respect that.
He's on the cusp of a record. He
I
obviously
don't
doesn't know.
respect
I don't think
that.
Pep knows that.
There's
Nah,
big
Or he's
changes.
protecting
Know
Messi.
that.
Look. He's saying, I'm not trying to come off. Hold that. Look, he's like, I'm not
not
trying
coming
to.
off.
He's like, I'm not trying to come off. But Pep's going to try to take him off.
What was
Watch,
that there, number 9
Alvarez
there
is
bringing
there.
That's a triple
Oh,
change.
he's pissed.
Fuming.
He's pissed.
Nasty, man.
Fuming.
Look
He
at-
knows where it is. Nah, he's fuming. He's absolutely fuming.
Raging at that.
Oh my days. How are you going to take him off?
He could have got one more. He's got 2 hat
He just needs
in
one
one game.
more. That's mad. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
I'll bring you on Wednesday, Thursday. Well,
That's mad.
Haaland is coming off.
Yeah, that's
Julian
cruel,
Alvarez
that.
is coming on.
That's cruel.
He's fuming, but he's gonna be professional about it. He ain't gonna spit his dummy
Sergio
out. or anything.
Gomez and Calvin Phillips also coming on. Is he taking off? Who else taking off? De Bruyne?
Look, little cheat. Look. The camera's
Oh,
didn't even
that
catch
camera.
it. No, the cameras, you
Fools,
foolish.
man.
How
Give
you
us a
guys
better
not
angle of
catching
that, man.
See that
How are you
shaky
cameras not
angle?
catching that, man? Oh, I know you had a word to say.
Whoever
to
they
Pep.
paid off had to get it done real quick.
I'm fuming with the cameraman. He's bottled it.
Yeah, completely bought it.
He's definitely said something to him.
John Stones is coming off. Kennedy, you all right with that?
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
Everything's cool for City
Sergio
right now.
Gomez coming on. And Calvin Phillips has also come on. I don't know who for.
Haaland now, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go,
Alvarez,
Rodri.
yeah.
Rodri.
Rodri, yeah.
There we go.
I hear it. You
He's
know,
definitely had a word. I mean, listen, we get it.
Listen, we
keep
said
people
Keep
safe.
people safe,
you know,
yeah. You don't want to get
rested
injured.
and all of that, but let me get one more, man.
one more goal, man.
Just one more. Give him another 10 minutes. It's crazy.
Literally, I literally would have done that. I would have made these 2 subs and told him, bro, you got 8 minutes to go and get that next
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah.
Just say to him.
You
Exactly.
got 8 minutes.
Yeah.
You lot, line him up.
Yeah, line him up. Say to the whole team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yo, him, 8 minutes, and he's coming off. But I think he deserved the warning just to be told.
Yeah, man. I
Same.
don't like that, man.
Olu on the super chat said Mbappe against the defence of Longley, PK and Dest is your argument. Thought your ball knowledge was much better than this Fuad.
Hey,
Shocking.
hey. I didn't ask for names. I just asked how many defenders. So thank you for naming 3 defenders he sat down in that box.
They're
just
saying
so you know.
the effing Fuad. They're saying that.
Hey, who is that? You, yeah? Let my agendas cook.
They're saying that effing Fuad stands for Fugazi. That's what they're saying.
Hey.
Alex
Actually, the F you.
you.
We almost there.
Hey, yo.
Alex on the super chat said, I feel bad for Leipzig, never stood a chance with this ref. I mean, we can blame the ref to an extent, but
I still would have been 3-0.
yeah, I mean, we also need to have a look at what else is going on. Hakeem says,
They do look literally like a school sports team.
yeah, I mean, it's just
It's
golf. I mean, I can't believe this is Champions League, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Hakeem said Dembele was HG Cut's first footballer client. That's how we have the HG Cuts. Oh, that's some good knowledge from you.
Mad. History of
Some
the HD
good
Cups.
knowledge from you. Mr. Raviator 4 said, Welp, Haaland must have heard my super chat about Kane. I'm glad he did. Keenan says, why the disrespect on Lewandowski? 3rd best goal scorer of the last 25 years.
I agree.
Finish an S-tier finisher 10 years plus.
This is the thing. I think anytime people hear us talking about other players, they seem like it's a disrespect.
It's not a
towards us.
disrespect.
It's not a disrespect. It's just a case of
Someone
when
had to
you
miss
look
out.
at it, someone has to drop out, and I feel like Lewandowski will drop out naturally because
Yeah.
he just played in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Like the other two didn't play in the Bundesliga, and people will always say, "Oh, but the Bundesliga is not a farmers' league." We know it's not a farmers' league, as some might say.
But also, Benzema and Suarez are just better footballers.
In totality, I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I say that with chest.
And,
I have no
I
problem
do
saying
think
that.
I do think Lewandowski definitely does get sold short as just a goal scorer. When in actual fact, if you look at the way he plays, he's actually a
Brilliant.
complete
Yeah, he's a
forward.
brilliant player. Yeah,
But
He ain't
if
not
you're
making
comparing him
people.
to those two,
Yeah.
I would say those two definitely have more to their game. In my opinion.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Antenna says peak Henry or peak Suarez.
Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing
I just don't even think there's a debate.
That's a
on
peak
this.
question.
I don't like that question.
For me,
what's his name?
that's rough.
I don't like you.
Antenna, but for
don't
me,
like
there's
it.
no debate. It's Henry.
I'm
All
gonna
day.
side. I'm gonna side with Henri slightly.
I have to.
Yeah, peak Henri gave me goosebumps.
But is that because we were kids?
Yeah,
No,
I was scared of him.
Just best.
Black gloves.
Best ever.
The aura was different, and he's gonna get an extra brownie point for not biting people. So if it's hard to split, this is where
Yeah,
Suarez is losing
yeah.
fights because you can't go around sticking your teeth into
know what,
man.
fairs,
You know what I'm
fairs.
saying? Like it's long, so yeah,
Nah,
you
to be
lose.
fair, I
Hold
agree
that.
with Henry, I'll go Henry as well.
Tyson, is it?
Yeah. Haaland Madrid says you can't judge a team off one game. They beat us. Who are you?
Hala Madrid.
Oh yeah. There we go.
The aura
That
is
answered it.
nuts. The City fans were Poznanin a minute ago.
Well, I mean, this game is dead.
Yeah,
Done.
literally. Yeah.
At least they've managed to
that
make
game
it-
also seems dead. There's no goals.
Yeah, but Porto Inter. I mean, just
It sounds dead, doesn't it? Even if it's
Yeah, I
dead.
mean,
It's
you
not
just you
dead.
read out Porto Inter and you die a little bit inside, don't you?
no, they've had,
Do you know the
they've
worst
had
thing of-
chances, but they're just not
Porto once upon a
clinical.
time used to be like the cool hipster team in the Champions League, man.
They
Jose
are
Mourinho
cool.
days. Deco.
Even post Jose Mourinho day, I remember they had
Hulk.
Brahimi. Do you remember? Moroccan winger on the right.
Brahimi.
One of the most skillful techie brothers I used to see. Lucho Gonzalez. Bro, they had
yes,
Lisandro
Argentinian.
Lopez. They had players.
the
Man.
Argentinian
Falcao,
flux.
Hulk, James Rodriguez.
Yes.
Like Porto were always a nice team. Then you know what happened? They stopped wearing Nike kits and started wearing New Balance. And then they became dead.
I've got New Balance on.
Alexandro came from there as well.
They're the
didn't
comfiest trainer.
That's always the excuse.
Comfy.
They are the
That's always what I hear.
Comfy.
They never tell you how cool
Comfy
it is,
hype.
or how nice they
Comfy hype.
Comfy. They're just dad shoes, which is why they're comfy.
I mean, my boyfriend calls them many of things when I wear them.
Comfy.
Many things I won't mention. He calls me many things when I wear them, but he says they're like Dad Grillmaster 3000,
100%.
that type of. But they're the
100%.
comfiest shoes.
Barbecue outside.
Yeah, barbecue out with a pair of shorts.
Those shoes, yeah.
can't
But
get jiggy
I'm
with it,
sorry,
man.
but they're very
for me,
comfortable.
Do you know the worst thing is someone bought me a pair for my birthday and I returned them without telling them. I hope they don't see this, but I was just like, bro, I can't wear this.
What,
big
like,
new-
which ones were they? Were the ones that I've got on?
No.
They're the proper grill.
No. So
If I hold my thing,
Some of them.
they are.
the worst thing
those
is,
are running
this
shoes.
is the thing.
They're not. They're so.
Let me tell you,
can
yeah,
go running in them.
I DJ'd for the launch of them, yeah, and they gave me a pair.
Still ain't worn.
I know they're not the
They are
most attractive.
so small.
Yeah.
Like I had to give them to my mum.
Someone in the chat
Like
just
the
found out.
sizes is wild. I had to give them to my mum, but they are a gym trainer. You can only wear them in the gym.
I wear them proudly. They're comfortable, and do you know what? Sometimes I like
The comfort
comfort.
point was comfort
listen,
over
it's not like a
style. I hear it.
Skechers, all right? Like they're not Skechers
Yeah, it's
level.
not that.
No,
yeah.
no, I hear it.
And they have some cool ones, like 550s. They're cool.
They do. I
Don't
will
you?
say
Oh, I
no.
like New
I will say
Balance.
no. There are some that do look decent, but the
I
problem
really
is
like
every
New
time I get
Balance.
them in my hand, they don't look how they looked on the picture. They're either too big or too
Well,
wide,
listen,
and I'm like,
no. Listen, New Balance
bro.
have some sick trainers, but those ones in particular, they to me they do look like a running shoe.
I get
hear what
it.
you
They're
mean.
not everyone's cup of tea, but I have to say comfort is key.
Yeah,
Comfort is
but
I sound like I'm
listen,
90,
all the
but
influencers
comfort
are
is
wearing
key.
them with like blazers and that, and making it a thing. So it is what it is.
For me, Nikes every day, all day.
listen,
Even Adidas.
checks over stripes, baby.
Yeah.
Checks over stripes. Sorry.
Yeah,
I know.
Adidas.
You know.
I don't go near you lot with the trainers either.
I actually don't find Adidas
it's funny.
particularly comfortable. You got them on.
It still checks over stripes. It still checks.
Show us what you've got on now.
You can't trust people like you. You can't trust people like you.
Hey, listen.
You can't be trusted.
Sometimes sponsors they send you free stuff.
Oh.
What have you got on?
These just Nikes.
What have you
Hey,
got?
listen. Do you know what the funny thing is? Yeah, is I'm not even
Roadrunners.
joking.
See,
with you,
they're
Matisse.
nice.
The Roadrunners.
They are.
Yeah, I love a good high
Love
top.
it.
They are
Love
the
a high top.
only pair of Adidas trainers I've owned
Because
in
I remember the
15
day.
years.
Yeah.
They are
And
a classy
literally
style.
only because they were gifted to me. on
Colourful,
They
it was a
are.
colourful day at stoppage, wasn't it? I remember it well.
They are iconic, the superstars, but I don't love Adidas, to be fair. A lot of people saying Omri King all day long. Easy decision, clear of Suarez.
Yeah. Listen, tell Maze I could be repping Adidas every day. Let them know.
The Alchemist says, I've been belittling Leipzig while I support a terrible team in Spurs. I'm not belittling them. I'm literally just calling it as I see it. You've got smacked 7-1 in the Champions League.
Oh, we got a Leipzig fan in the chat.
after a really good
You know, you've got to hold that. and whoever decides to then come and say, well, you got beat 7-2 by Bayern. Yeah, we held it.
Yeah.
We held it.
We got a hold 6.
Yeah.
This
That
is
was
no
poor.
worries.
It comes and goes, the pain.
I feel like I underestimated the result by saying 4-0. I should have said more. Disappointed.
Mate, I'm annoyed I gave them 2
I only
goals.
gave 2-1.
With knowing Cuckoo, you gave them 2 goals. You crazy.
Well, I thought Werner, innit?
Nah, bruv.
Anytime I've seen Werner playing and you're in studio, he scores. Danny Olmo. He should have started, to be fair.
Maybe he's come back from injury. Is he wearing the number 7?
Yeah.
Whoo, he got an upgrade, did he?
What was he wearing before?
I don't know, but it weren't 7. You know when someone gets a 7, you feel like it's a statement.
Yeah.
It's a statement. That and
This
the number
guy,
10.
man, I would love to see him at Spurs. Dominic Szoboszlai. Not his best game today, but very good. Reminds me of a wand of a left foot.
A wand of a left foot.
Yeah.
And you got that in Kulusevski already.
Yeah, that's on the right wing. This guy can play number 8, 10 on the left
That's
as
what
well.
we need. That's what we
Exactly.
You guys are really screaming for that creative midfielder, aren't you?
need.
Bro.
Been screaming since Eriksen
Eriksen.
left.
Eriksen has gone to Inter, won a title, had a heart attack and recovered from it. Signed for Man United, won a Carabao
Won a
Cup.
Carabao Cup.
And
Yeah.
all in that time, we still haven't replaced him. Bro,
Balled out
We're
for Brentford.
starving.
Yeah, Brentford, yeah.
Brentford,
Balled out for
Brentford.
Brentford. People forget that he was at Brentford.
man.
He balled out for Brentford.
he
He
did.
shelled out for Brentford.
in a fucking system that should not have helped his heart.
What was that?
But
Yeah,
somehow he
exactly.
got through it.
Yeah.
Bro, he
Yeah.
was playing in a 2 in a midfield. Oh, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got through that, man.
But yeah.
Unreal comeback.
Maybe we'll replace him this summer. Who knows? But actually, the priority has to be getting rid of Eric Dyer.
2 centre-backs.
2 centre backs minimum.
Who you a manager?
Oh yeah, so we should probably start with the manager. So we've got to start with. We got a long shopping list. We got a long shopping.
Managerless Tottenham.
Manager,
Search for that
2
Eric Dyer
centre backs,
replacement.
Director of football.
director of football,
Perisic out.
goalkeeper, creative midfielder.
New owner.
Anyone else? New owner.
Replacement for Son.
Replacement for Son. So we're already on like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very busy summer. I reckon we get all of 2 of that. So the manager and probably just the sporting director.
If that.
You might not get a
If
sporting
that.
director. You know?
Just
Might-
the manager then.
Yeah, he might just be like, do you know what? Forget this sporting director rubbish.
Well, anyway,
Crazy.
we've got a few more days before we have to face them again. So let's enjoy that, shall
Wait,
we?
you play City?
No. Just a few days before we have to talk about Tottenham again.
Oh, I thought you played City this weekend. I was about to.
Yeah. No,
Nah.
we're away to,
Shed a tear
we're
for
away
you.
to Southampton.
We played City twice already.
Yeah, you did, isn't it? You beat them all once. Yeah.
We did. We're away to Southampton this weekend, which has
Oh,
got
lovely.
a Southampton win.
Lovely
To be fair,
game.
the
over
next
it.
4 fixtures look winnable, which means
We'll lose them.
they're not winnable.
But we've got
But
international
then,
break.
yeah. After those 4 games, though, we've got a nice little ring of death. I think trip to
Liverpool,
Newcastle,
Liverpool.
then United come to us, then Anfield. Yeah.
Nice ring of death.
So that's literally 3 weeks where we play all 4 top 4 contenders.
Yeah, true. But let me get it out of the way.
This game has fallen apart, man. Jesus.
No.
Man City have now decided that they're no longer interested in scoring goals.
Yes.
Haaland's not on the pitch anymore.
So
Leipzig
they're
are just. This is just.
Leipzig are looking at the clock thinking,
Yeah, this is
can
just
this
literally
15
just,
minutes
I
come
mean,
to an
look at
end?
the space. Look at this. Look at this. They're not even staying. Do you know what makes me so annoyed when I see things like this? You're 6-0 down. Go back to being compact and don't concede any more goals. But they won't do that. Look how much space they'll give City. I don't even understand why they want to concede more goals. It's crazy.
I don't even think City are just part. I mean, look at it. It's like
Yeah, City are just
they're
chilling.
just standing there.
Yeah, this is what City do, man. When
Look at that. That's
look
mad.
at this.
Gundogan and then Haaland with
Every single
every
goal.
other one.
Yeah.
Mad. What mad. Mohammed says, Mar, what's your thoughts on Nkunku? Will he be our goal scorer?
Barely get to see him, to be fair. He's always injured since we signed him. Seems like when Chelsea put their pen to paper on a player, they become injury stricken. So, I mean, from what I've seen of the player prior to injuries, I was really excited to see him at the World Cup. That's when the injury came in. But he looks good, man. Technically solid. Really good striker of the ball. Great free kicks as well. I've seen a couple. I like his upper body strength as well. He doesn't look like a Werner or Kai's adaptation as well, where he's going to have to come to the Premier League and be surprised with the physicality. He looks like as if he's going to be able to hold his own, use his body well to kind of shield the ball and, you know, bounce off defenders and stuff. Hazard was really good at that. Would kind of just bounce off defenders. I remember he sent Coquelin flying for a chipper. So yeah, I think Nkunku will be good for us, but it all depends on how we use him, and it depends on if we sign Felix permanently or what we do with the attack. So, but I think he's a good player. Yeah.
You're going to have so many players. Like, who's going to be leaving then? Chelsea.
I was going to say Felix. Talk to me, because you went and got the shirt. I remember the day you got the shirt.
I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself.
I know. But do you want that confirmation off the back of what you've seen so far? And that
depends on the price.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Contract got extended right before he came 1 year, if I'm not mistaken. So the deal ain't coming down any lower. You're looking at minimum 120.
Wait.
Well, that's changed.
Wait.
You just spent 106 on Enzo. You just spent 90 on Mudryk. Don't act like broke boys now.
Initial.
Hey, don't act like broke boys now.
They don't know.
You can't play the broke boys card. You've dealt your hand. Are you paying that 100 plus?
You ain't
for
never
João
heard
Felix
about
I'm a royalty.
You ever heard that story where the rubbish collector wins $1 million and then he splashes it all and then he ends up back being the rubbish collector?
Listen, he enjoyed.
This is what we are. This is what we do.
He lived life for 2 years, bro. But now, are you saying what, 100 mil plus you're going for Felix?
No, that's too much money, because it's not a necessity. Like, it's a bonus. Because we have Nkunku play a similar role, and then we want a striker as well.
Yeah.
But I would love to see a world where Nkunku and Felix play in the half space together. You know that Barcelona box formation where they play Pedri and Gavi? I'd love to see Felix and Nkunku.
I'm seeing a lot of Chelsea fans put Felix in their lineups for next season, and I'm just thinking,
he's not here yet.
He's not here yet. Next season, man.
You just haven't answered my question. Who's leaving Chelsea? Because
could be Mason Mount.
There's lots of people that need to leave.
Could be Mason Mount.
I'm hearing his link.
I'm seeing links with Liverpool.
Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Mount,
Ziyech.
Loftus-Cheek might survive.
He will survive.
He always survives. He always survives.
Oh man,
every year.
It's like
he's immortal.
I'm trying to think of something that just doesn't go away.
Game show, maybe.
Yeah, like a bit like that though. But just permanent part of the fixture, man. He is. Do you know what I think? I think
part of the furniture.
I just think every manager fancies him. Everyone loves having a good-looking guy walking around the building. Hey man, hey handsome.
Porter almost had an equaliser.
Nearly a goal.
Do you know what? Yeah, let me ask a question. You see, if Porter equalised, we doing extra time?
I know.
Look at Fuad's face.
No, I don't believe so. Our main focus of the evening is Manchester City.
Negotiating starts. Can you imagine if Porto, if they were to equalise, take it to extra time in that dead game between them and Inter? One hell of a focus that would be.
It's okay. They can watch it from the comfort of everyone's own home.
No, but yeah, Mason Mount could be going to Liverpool. He's been linked a lot. So
do you think he fit into the midfield?
Very much so.
Well, they're having a whole overhaul, I assume.
Yeah. No, I've always said, like, it's funny because he's such a Klopp midfielder, like literally to the T. He's such a Klopp midfielder, and I do think he's obviously catching a lot of heat. Like his stocks are at all-time low. People are saying that he has no ability, no nothing. But I'm never going to forget the days that I watched of like him, one of the youngest players in that Vitesse team in the Europa League, balling out for Derby in the Championship. Even for us in the first Player of the Year that he got as well under Lampard/Tuchel, he was brilliant. So
would you want to keep him?
I'm getting to that point where I'm not really bothered, because as much as I do think he's got a lot of, I think he's got a lot of potential, and I do believe that he's regressed and he's stagnated, and I think under the right manager and coach back in the midfield in number 8 position, I think he'll come back. But he ain't one of the top players I've ever seen at my club. I've seen Hazard leave, I've seen, Lampard leave, so I'm not going to be crying my eyes out about Mason Mount leaving. No chance. So if he signs, he signs. If he doesn't sign, he doesn't sign. We move. We're going to have a lot of quality players regardless, so I'm not bothered.
Okay. I can't actually read this name because it is in Russian. It legit is in Russian. Did you actually
correct?
just read that?
Yeah.
Raw.
You don't think I don't speak Russian?
How do you speak Russian?
We got Mila Kunis, the guy.
Did you actually just read that in Russian?
Yeah.
Do it again.
I can't.
No, 'cause you made it all.
This guy is such a fraudulent individual.
That's mad.
Hey, listen.
The way that we looked
You're
at
gonna be
it,
a
So
good liar.
fraudulent. You're so fraudulent. It's ridiculous.
drop in Russian.
I can imagine him turned up for a job interview. Yeah, I can translate Russian. No problem. No problem. Starts reading off the script. Walks into the 100k job translating Russian in press conferences in the Premier League.
Fully made up.
Only for it to make no sense whatsoever.
Regurgitating the stuff I hear on Call of Duty.
Yeah. Just saying gula over and over again.
This guy.
It's spy plane inbound.
City have a corner. 81 minutes gone. Shouldn't be too much extra time. Well, maybe because there's been 7 goals actually. But they have a corner. Let's see if they can make it 7-0. But anyway, back to the Russian chat. You know who you are because it's Russian. He says Erling is really hitting form for the last 15 games of the season. I bet he gets around 40 Premier League goals alone.
When was he out of form? Better question. Started the season on fire.
There was a little
and you know,
he went through like
there was a patch, wasn't there?
2-3 games
Three
spell where he
games.
didn't
Oh.
score.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's a small patch,
it
but
doesn't count. Like, you got to have a run of 5 games before I'm saying you're out of form. Haaland never out of form, man. He's always been scoring, as far as I'm concerned.
Have you been happy with him all season, Kennedy?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think there's been some like vital chances that he's missed that he probably should have got, but not enough for me to say he was, off.
Yeah. And also, it's his first season in the Premier League as well.
Because he wasn't missing loads of chances. I think maybe City was struggling at times to service Haaland. That would be
Potentially.
No, he's missed a few.
Yeah, no, I agree with Kennedy. He has
Damn,
missed.
sounds like you want to sell him. You want to bring him.
Relax.
You bring him to the bridge.
He has missed a few.
Are we looking for a striker?
Kenna says, will City finally win a Champions League, or are we still talking about the Haaland transitionary season after this stat
No, we're going to
padding?
do it.
What, City to win the league next year?
Huh?
Yeah. What did he just say? City to win the league next year?
He said they're going to win the Champions
He
League.
didn't.
Oh, Champions League. Sorry.
He said, will City finally win a Champions League, or are we still talking about the Haaland transitionary season after this stat
sorry.
padding?
I'm not putting money on City. To win the Champions
Mahrez
League.
chopping up on the wing.
Another corner.
City being favourites for long enough now. It's time for them to step up to the plate. It's time for them to step up to the plate, man. No more City propaganda in Champions League. Not
Not playing
happening.
footsie on the bench,
No, it looks freezing though, imagine.
Yeah, he looks freezing now.
Didn't
the
they
guy.
used to have them blankets?
Yeah, man. You can
once
have.
upon a time. I remember Ndombele was like putting on a duvet once
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear you're cold. Go and get.
do you
one
know
of
they're
them,
all
them
coming back?
electric blankets. Or something.
I love an
Ndombele,
electric
Yeah.
Region.
You can get them. Maybe there's
Who else is there?
thermal socks.
Ndombele,
that warm up.
Region,
those
Lo
things.
Celso,
Yeah, there's the
Celso.
amount of money they make. They
Keep 'em
definitely
away.
got something cooking.
Gil.
Yeah.
I don't mind Gil. There's another one that was is
Gil
coming
and
back
Dom
as well.
Reguilon, I don't mind. Like Reguilon is an upgrade on Cesc.
There was another
and
one
Perisic.
yesterday. There was like 6 players that
Goalkeepers doing it,
I've read
madness.
that are all coming back.
Jesus,
that have
Morris.
performed.
I don't think Ndom's done enough to because I think the clause is like 55 million.
I think he's only played 2 games.
His own keeper
What
got
started?
Yeah, started
Yeah.
2 games.
That keeper
he
is
looks-
so
he looks
To be
built
fair,
up.
they're
This
top of the
goalkeeper's just
table.
knocked out his own
Champions
player
League.
now, bro.
You wouldn't change it, would you?
This
No,
goalkeeper's.
but again, it's not like any of them have gone and impressed.
Lo
They're all
Celso,
arguing as
to
well.
be fair, I think could get a perm.
Maybe.
I hope. It's
I
more
hope.
hopeful thinking.
I hope. Well, I don't know what on earth we're going to do with Ndombele.
Bring him back.
Release. My guy's never running.
Record signing.
Doesn't
Please,
matter.
Man. Please, man. Ndom sauce. Please, man.
Yeah, when he can feel like it.
Hey, man.
When he can feel like
He
it.
will feel like it.
He
He
won't.
just needs a manager to put his arm around him.
Ugh, yeah,
Listen, hire me as a coach. I guarantee I'll get the best out of him.
heard it here first. He reminds me of Klopp.
Carl Bates
Marco
with a
Rose.
super chat as well. Sorry, maybe missed earlier, or maybe I'm not sure. But he said.
I haven't scrolled yet. Go for it.
He said, I asked Fuad on if Gundogan would be a fit for Spurs. At Spurs, he's a FA. Is he doing this?
Huh?
What does he mean by FA?
Oh, I think he's doing his coaching badge just so he's trying to imply, wouldn't
okay.
be taking. To be fair, I said I would take him as a player a year ago when his contract was running. I didn't see he renewed it out of nowhere, but yeah, we'll keep him.
Hakeem said God almost replaced Ericsson before Spurs.
That's mad. That is mad.
He's mad,
That's
to be
wild. That is wild.
Listen, it is mad.
They're saying, Abby, you look like a kids presenter hosting a show called Get Your Own Back. I don't know that show.
Never heard of
Remember, get your own back.
it. What is it?
Is she,
No,
are they
let
spitting?
me not show my age, man.
Nah. I'm Googling.
Yeah, we're both Googling right now.
TV, that's all I'm saying. Hey, SMTV days.
I loved
Oh my
SMTV.
God, so
My God, man, that's
You know,
some throwback
CITV's
TV.
finally gone after like 30 years.
didn't even know
To
it
be
was
fair,
still
though,
there.
it's washed now, man. It ain't what it used to be.
Get
man.
your
Is it
own
now?
back.
I mean, I don't
Do you
still
remember?
watch it, so I don't know.
Do you remember?
Well, that's
there was a
1991.
show
Yeah,
where-
I wasn't even born yet. I look like the presenter.
Yeah, Get Your Own Back. Like, basically, it was like the slime show, wasn't it?
Yeah. Where you got
Yeah.
Oh man.
That sounds so much fun.
Honestly, after
love
school,
to do
one of the
that.
best things to watch, man. That card captors, Pokemon,
Yeah,
Digimon.
Pokemon. Digimon.
Bernard's Watch.
Take me back.
Ben-
You watched
Watch.
Digimon the movie?
Remember that?
Worst witch.
Queen's Nose.
Slap.
Hey, what was my man that used to stop
Sabrina.
time?
Bernard's Watch.
Legend.
Bernard's Watch.
The
Legend.
best.
Anybody
And what was
watch?
the- do you remember the one where they
the
used
plane
to
and
be,
the
like,
dogs?
schools that come to this like big hall and they used to play these games? I think it was called 50-50 or something.
I don't remember that.
No.
Nah, you lot must remember, man, because I always used to be like, why am my school getting picked? I used to be so livid. They used to play like these big competitions. It actually might have been the one you just...
That was that you
Get your own back.
I think it might have actually been that. No.
Oh, maybe.
No,
I thought Get Your Own Back was
You're
where
from,
you like
that
punished
one-
your mum
what
or
was
dad.
that?
You're
or
from that
something.
Danger Mouse era, innit?
No. Respect me.
It was like
Listen,
Pippin.
I'm an OG,
the dog.
but I'm the OG.
Pippin the dog. And she was in
Nah. You're mocking it there, son.
She passed away. She passed away, that woman, like recently.
Wasn't it just called Pippin?
No, it was called like Fly With Me or...
Pippin.
What was it called?
I'll tell you because I need to know.
Yeah.
I'm finished.
Pippin, the dog. Come outside.
Come outside.
I
yeah.
loved that.
And then they used to get in the little plane.
Yeah.
Robot Wars, somebody
Robot
said.
Wars.
Robot Wars was the best.
that was good.
Iconic.
Does
That was
anyone
iconic.
remember Fort Boyard?
No.
I remember that.
They did
That was
the
a good
riddle
one,
at
man.
the top.
I don't know
Do
that
you know
one.
what's better than that,
Art
though?
Attack.
Crystal Maze.
Crystal Maze. You know
Legendary.
they have got a Crystal Maze.
I know. In
Yeah.
Leicester Square?
Yeah, I really want to go to it. And they've got something else that's in Lakeside.
Monopoly. Life-size Monopoly.
What is
as
it
well.
that's in Lakeside? It's the
Nah.
Ninja Warrior.
Do you know what's the
Ninja
best
Warrior.
thing?
What?
And
Where's
I really
Lakeside?
want to
That
go
is-
Japan solely for this.
Essex.
Real life Mario Kart. Have you heard about this?
Oh, I've seen that.
Like you actually
yeah,
put on the outfits.
street.
They
Yeah.
give you these circuits
In
real life.
Yeah.
In
Nuts.
Universal Studios, they are making that.
Oh snap!
They are making a Mario
Oh, if
Kart.
Universal Studios are making it, they're gonna do it with the box and everything.
They're doing
and
it. They're doing it proper. And obviously the Mario Kart movie is also coming out. This
Oh,
year.
is it a movie? Is it?
Yeah, it's coming out this year. I'm
What
very
is it? What do
excited.
they do in that? Just
What, Mario?
laps?
Mario Kart movie. It's coming out this year.
I don't know why they're doing a Mario Kart movie.
It's going to be so cool.
I'm not watching that.
You
laps
will.
for an
Yeah,
hour.
Mario the film would have made sense.
It's
Maybe
a
like
story.
Bowser kidnaps Peach.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Oh, is that what it's
Yeah.
like? That's just Mario then.
Mario,
They just
Super
put some
Mario
cars in there.
Brothers movie 2023.
Oh, yeah.
Chris
Okay, I thought you
Pratt.
said Mario Kart movie. That's
I
right.
know,
Yeah.
Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers.
Anna
yeah.
Taylor-Joy. Jack Black is Bowser.
Oh my. Oh.
Yeah, Seth Rogen is Donkey.
Wait. Are you telling me this is going to be a real life adaptation?
This is a real... No, obviously they've got the...
They're
They're
voicing
voicing.
it.
They're
Oh,
voicing.
Thankful.
Yeah, no, he's not
No,
dressing up in
I'm
a
tired of seeing.
Bowser.
Do you remember when they did that to Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah,
When
but
they
no,
brought
they're
out
not
like a
doing
real
that.
life adaptation. Horrible. Do you know who's playing Goku?
Who?
My man from Breaking Bad.
Oh god.
My man with the hairline.
Oh, no.
I never watched Breaking Bad.
Bro, I couldn't believe
blonde
this
one?
shit.
The blonde
Yeah.
guy. He does give me that vibe though. He has that weird
Nah,
spiky
he
hair.
ain't Goku, man. Goku should not be a white guy. Sorry.
He's saying as a gooner, I hope this performance doesn't
Well, then you know
fire
what it
City
is,
to go on a
there's the
long
argument
legendary
of
run.
it being
Finally.
Not a real person.
I guess.
Do you get what I mean?
I guess,
Like
yeah.
James Bond ain't real, but like.
I mean, the name Goku.
I think
Yeah,
that
no,
this-
I know, I agree, but I'm just saying that is
Will.
what the argument is. What did you say? Sorry,
I think we
Matisse.
pray. Yeah, we
Yeah.
pray.
Pray.
Reread that.
We feel like this super chat says as a gunner he feels like he's hoping that this performance doesn't fire Man City to go on a legendary run. Or
I'm sick
form.
of hearing about this legendary run.
I bet you are.
Stop being shook. Just let things.
Stop being shook.
Just let it play out.
Love it.
It's not going to inspire them, is it, to go on a legendary run? Like, I don't think you need to be inspired as a.
You're 5
footballer.
points
This
behind.
season, I haven't really been able to string that kind of consistent run of form. You
Yeah.
say. But now you look at it, as I said, I think over the past couple of weeks, I think they've been coming into their performance self.
Jesus,
and then
they're
7 out of the
running.
last 9 wins now, if I'm not mistaken. This will make it 8 out of 10. I don't know.
They're running. Look
you
what
know
they're
I mean?
doing
If
to this
if
Leipzig
all I'm
team.
saying is, if I'm an Arsenal fan watching this, I know for a fact I'm bricking it.
They're running rings
Oh, yeah.
around Leipzig.
But they'll go as long as they can.
To be fair, I think Arsenal would do this to Leipzig as well, though. I'm not going to lie.
To this extent,
Would they? Do you believe that?
I could see like a 3
Is
or
that
4.
necessary?
I don't know if it would be. I don't know if it would be a 6-0, 7-1
I think
aggregate
it-
demolition.
I think it could.
Not sure.
They'll do them 3-4-0.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's still Porto
Such
0,
salt.
Inter 0. There's all loads of salt over here. Porto 0, Inter 0. Currently 88 minutes on the clock. It will be Inter that goes through to Friday's draw unless Porto can bring something back and then take its extra time. City, there's only 1 minute left. Can they get goal number 7? Oh my goodness.
You said it.
That's ridiculous.
Kevin De Bruyne.
That's
Bad timing, wasn't it?
That's some great commentary,
that was
actually.
great. Well
Right
done.
before
Call me Martin Tyler. That was unbelievable.
Wow.
That was great. And it is 7-0. 7-0 Manchester City. 8-1 on aggregate. Haaland's fuming. Kevin De Bruyne with the goal.
Started clapping.
He was like,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
man.
When the
whatever,
camera
bro.
panned to me, started clapping.
Please
Whatever,
Fuming.
bro.
Can't blame him. Some ridiculous football. But again, at the
I
same
mean,
time,
look at that
Leipzig
pressing.
have been doing
Look
nothing.
at this. He marshalled him to the middle.
They've done
And I
well.
can't lie.
Oh.
I don't think the keeper, none of the centre backs, anyone has put themselves in a good light tonight.
No.
That goal, okay, we can let that go. But I've been disappointed with Leipzig.
They've been awful.
Absolutely
Absolutely
terrible.
horrendous.
Have they even did they even have a shot?
I don't remember.
And that is
At the start.
No, they did. They had one shot and one on
One
target,
shot?
I think it was.
Was it one shot the whole game? I need to look at that stat quickly before we wrap.
I'm going to look, yeah.
Oh,
Porto nearly finished with that.
Yeah, one shot on target, 4 shots in total.
That's wild.
Not surprising.
No, that is wild. But it was
Man City had 23 shots.
23 shots on target, 16 of them on target. 67% possession to Leipzig's 33. 647 passes, Manchester City, to Leipzig's 332. Pass accuracy, 91%. Just mad. Absolutely mad. And that is Manchester City. They do go through to the draw on Friday. And on Friday, you're going to see who's not only in the quarterfinals, but also the draw for the semi-finals as well. Kennedy, who do you want to avoid? Or who do you want?
It might just be best to get the threats out the way first.
You sure about
Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather get that done.
Do you feel after this
Well,
performance
if
you
you
can
get the- yeah, if you
confidently say you're going to win the Champions League?
No. I was only joking. I feel like we've got a chance, but I can't confidently say because we've played a team who have played absolutely appalling and the keeper basically wants stood in the net that we're now going to win the Champions League and breeze all the other games. Liverpool will be a harder game. Do you know what I mean? Real Madrid will be a
Liverpool
harder
are
game.
not going to be in it, but yeah.
Bayern Munich would be
I
a
hear
harder
it.
game. Everyone would be a harder game than this. So let's just see. I'm confident now.
Take one of them
I feel
two
a bit
teams.
better. I'll pray.
Pray.
I'll pray.
Who do you think you'd like, Matisse?
One of them two. Well, it will
Stop
be Inter
being
Milan.
scared, bro.
Why? I'm
Stop
10th.
being
I'm
scared,
10th, bro.
Chelsea.
I'm 10th.
Point someone out your own size. Stop being scared, bro.
Give
this,
me-
this is the Champions
Give
League,
me,
yeah?
give me AC Milan. We'll show you how it's
Be
done.
the
We'll show you how
best,
it's
you
done.
must beat the best.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
If all the best are beaten.
You showed that in your 2020 campaign.
Exactly, we've already
Don't
done it.
run
So we
now.
we have nothing more to prove. I am looking for the most shameless Champions League victory of all time. Give me AC Milan.
Wow.
Then give me Inter Milan and Benfica drawing each other and give me one of them. And then, only then, will we fight someone our own size.
You are disgusting.
I want the most shameless,
You make me
most
sick.
despicable, most annoying Champions League win of all time. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm 10th. I've been humbled this season. Abby's out here busting jokes about Chelsea. She ain't gonna be able to do that again
Graham
next
Potter,
season.
Champions League winner.
Can you imagine? And in the most shameless way.
Mason
To be
Mount,
honest with you-
two-time Champions
To
League
be honest
winner.
with you, with the season that we're having, with everything that's going on around us, I wouldn't actually put it past them.
Chelsea winning Champions League, Arsenal winning title.
You and me.
Hey! I am leaving the content game.
Me and Fuad won't be seeing you
More
for
than
a
you
while.
can believe.
Won't be seeing you for a very long while. I'll be purely on F1.
Bruv.
Abbi on the super chat says, on the Mario Kart, Tokyo had banned it for a couple of years because of the traffic trouble, but last year they brought it back, brings in lots of money.
Okay.
Come on, lads. I'm coming. Please save me a
There
spot.
we go. Now you can go and it will be back. Sean Luke says, tell Robbie I'm sorry. Sure. Then he also said, I'm only joking.
Yo, I like people like you, you know.
Yeah.
That's a bad guy in there. That's a bad guy in there.
Here for the band.
Bad guy.
Okay, so Fuad, I know we're not in the Champions League, obviously.
Aren't you?
But what matchups would you like to see in the draw?
I want to see as big a matchups as possible, to be fair, because that way it always allows a nice small underdog team to get far. And then I also like to see the big clashes, the big dogs take each other out. So
Bayern. We've got Bayern, Benfica, Chelsea, Milan, Inter, City,
see, Bayern
Napoli.
Chelsea is just a Champions. It's a mouthwatering Champions League time in
That's
my eyes.
Bayern,
Bayern Munich, Chelsea. I think Madrid, Liverpool. Well, Madrid will probably come out, but I think Madrid.
Napoli will go
Yeah.
through. Real Madrid will go through.
I would
both
like
of them.
Napoli to get one of these, whether it's Porto or Inter.
You
to
want
be
them to
fair,
go to the
yeah. I would like Napoli to get a nice semi-final, easy leg. To be fair, I think they're kind of my dark horse I've got, and then Bayern are kind of the favourites I'm looking at.
Okay. I'd quite like to see a Bayern-Chelsea clash as well, just to get
Tasty.
them out of the way.
So salty.
And then maybe Madrid-City.
Yeah.
Why not?
Run it back.
Why
Be a great
not?
game, to be fair.
Yeah,
Why
do you
not?
know what? Yeah,
It will be a great game.
I want to see the test
Pep
of
has learnt.
City's
That's
character.
what I mean. I want to see.
Have you learnt? Have those players? Do they have those last 2 minutes etched in their minds? That's what I want to know.
Let's have a look and see. Last few super chats before we wrap up. Shafay says, thoughts on Enrique coming to Spurs? Not for me. Fuad?
Not for me either. More of the same.
Roddy Boy says, we're not scared. They were crap at Palace. They weren't tonight, though. William says, as an Arsenal fan, I can tell you that we wouldn't pull a 7-0 result like City doing at the moment. With the exception to Fulham, our finishing has been hit and miss. M. Ravitor says, Kennedy, I just got to say, full respect to you showing up to DR and repping City. Big up and keep coming back for the luck.
Thanks, darling.
And there we go. That is all the super chats. So, thank you for joining us, Kennedy, Matisse, Fuad. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Make sure you watch along for us for the UFC 286 on Saturday for Usman v Edwards. You into UFC?
Not really.
You into UFC?
F1.
Yeah.
F1
You
person.
into UFC?
Casual.
More boxing, but I will have a little
We'll have a
watch.
browse.
Yeah.
Have a little.
Little gander.
And we've got lots of F1 content coming up for you ahead of Saudi Arabia this weekend. We've got
Yes.
a preview coming for you. Then we've got qualifying on Saturday and then the big race on Sunday.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you go like and subscribe, please, to On Track GP and follow everything for the F1 season. It's been a pleasure. And we will see you on Friday's preview.
There you go.
See you later.
Yeah.